What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement. We're back here in the basement. We are back here for the New York Knicks and Boston Celtics open fan chat. That's what we're here for today. The Knicks are coming in, obviously knocked out of the in-season tournament, and the Celtics are here knocked out of the in-season tournament by the Pacers. We were destroyed by the Bucks, although we hung in there. We hung in there in the beginning of the game. Halftime, we had like 74 points. I'm going off the top of my head. I think Bucks had around 70, 78. The difference was the Knicks had like three three-pointers. That's it. And still got 74 points by halftime. But you can't go into the second half playing like that. You can't go in today's game into the second half playing like the Knicks did. You can't do that. You can't go in there and not hit three-pointers. You're not going to keep up, and eventually the other team's just going to take off, which is what we saw. They hit 144 points, 144, 146 points in the game, the Bucks, and then the Bucks just turned around and lost to the Pacers. Just lost to the Pacers and the Pacers. And when we watched the game, it always hurt. And I didn't even realize till it was brought up to me recently that the Knicks selected Obi Toppin in 2020 over Halliburton. Can you imagine this Knicks team at Halliburton? Like, that's just New York sports, man. New York sports, that's what we do. It's what we do. By the way, DiVincenzo is starting tonight instead of Grimes. Grimes is coming off the bench. Different view. Grimes had a rough time. He's had a rough outing lately. They need him for his defense, but his offense has been atrocious. I think he had just one shot attempt in the game against the Bucks on Monday. So here, Monday, by the way, was the Rangers and the Knicks playing at the same time and flipping back and forth. Both teams were like, don't watch us, even though my Rangers are the number one team in hockey. The 18-5-1. They play tomorrow night. I should be doing the game tomorrow night. They lost 6-2, which is rare. I mean, they got destroyed by the Senators, and the Knicks got destroyed. What a night for the New York teams. Wow, they both got killed. We're getting ready to tip the ball off. Manav, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. First in the basement, Manav. What's up, Manav? Mick, an Australian representative, or Australian dweller from Iowa. In the basement. Good to see you, Mick. Good to see your name in here, man. How you been? Man? Good stuff, man. Good to see your name in here, buddy. Like I was saying, my Rangers are killing it, number one in hockey. The Knicks are doing pretty good, though they struggle against better teams, but they're doing pretty good. Forget the Jets. Next season. The next Jet game I know of is September of 2024. I haven't watched the Jet game in weeks, and I mean weeks. Not worth watching. I've suffered through some bad seasons with the Jets, and I've watched every game when they had 3 wins, 4 wins, those kind of years, which looks like we're having one of those right now. But at least the offense in those years moved the ball. This team can't even move the ball. It's boring. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. So it's all good, though. It's all good. The Knicks and the Rangers have made me forget all about the Jets. I ain't worried about them. So we're just underway here now, 2-2. So yeah, man, it's good stuff. Manav and Mick. I'm learning learning a little bit about the cricket. I saw the Shane Warne, man. That they gave me a whole new respect for bowlers, man. Wow, that guy had some wicked movement after the bounce. Wow. Incredible, man. I did another video on him today. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I know there's only 2 of you in here, but don't forget to hit the like button, Mick or Manav. So anyway, we're just underway here. I'm hoping the Knicks can pull this out. Boy, Kristaps Porzingis really turns it up when he plays against the Knicks. Really turns it up. Mick, doing great, Johnny. Waiting for the right. Now I get it, Mick. Now I get it. During my first footy season, a lot of you guys told me there's 2 seasons with footy. Footy season and waiting for footy season. Now I get it. I'm a huge baseball fan, so it's like waiting for the Yankees. They end in October. And, this year they ended in September, and they don't pick up till April. And footy picks up in March. So it's kind of like the same season, and they both go just as long. So it's yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. What a great sport, man. I'm really into it. I'm still looking up a lot of stuff during this off season so I can come in here even more knowledgeable with the game itself. Man, what an incredible game. What an incredible game. So, yeah, Mick, I'm with you now. Now I get what waiting for footy season's all about. Manav just got off work now, Mick, dropping off someone else first and then me. Perfect. Bills King Mafia, another cellar dweller accounted for. Daniel, what is going on? OG dweller Daniel in the basement. What's up, Daniel? Happy holidays to you and your family too, man. How you been? Big game for you guys coming up Sunday, Daniel. You guys can beat the Chiefs, can't you? You guys can beat the Chiefs. Wow, Daniel, man. Good to see you in here, brother. I hope you've been well, man. Hope you've been well. The Bills have had a rough time. Forget about the Jets. What a disappointment. What a disappointment. That whole offseason with Aaron Rodgers and everything else, and look where we are now. We can't forget about winning a game. We can't even score a touchdown. You would think there was like police do not enter tape around the end zone for the Jets, like the big yellow do not enter police tape around it, because like what? They don't go in the end zone. It's kryptonite. We just don't go in there. Mick, he was always trying to hit those dark patches which the bowlers follow through steps. I'll tell you, man, I got to get back at Bag of Dave. For what? Same to you, Bills King Mafia. Yep. For what, Mick? You got to get back at Bag of Dave. Yeah, that bowler stuff, man, I'm watching it, and I see, like, I did the video today, and I was like, I know it's a baseball, but I was sitting there going, you know, trying these things that Warren was saying, and man, it is and they to throw it like this, where your wrist is out here and you're snapping the ball. That's insane. I could feel it all through my arm doing that. Of course, I'm not a young guy, but I mean, for these guys to be able to do that, very impressive. Oh, yeah, the tipping comp. I want to do that again this year. I didn't do that bad. I think I finished fifth. For a guy that knew absolutely nothing going in, I think I finished fifth. No, maybe sixth. Whatever. I didn't get the wooden spoon. I didn't finish last in my first year. I didn't finish last. But yeah, man, that was fun. Doing the tipping was a lot of fun. And I admit, the first few rounds, I was completely guessing. And I did better than when I started really digging into teams and really looking at it. It's a lot to learn, man. It's a lot to learn. So the Knicks had a total of 3 3-pointers in the first half against the Bucks. We're already 3 for 3 here. Bruin, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Bruin is in the basement. What's up, Bruin? Good to see you in here, man. Mick, yeah, I finished fifth. I did finish fifth. Wow, not bad. Not bad for the first season of footy. Not bad. I made it educated guesses after, I think, round 5. I started really understanding a lot of the teams and the players. But the first few rounds, complete and total guessing. Whoever had the cooler Guernsey is what I was going with, man. Daniel, I've been doing good. I'm glad you're doing well. Thanks, Daniel. How about the Bills, man? What's going to happen against the Chiefs, man? Tell us, are they going to beat the Chiefs? Manav, happy holidays. Yep, like the jersey. Yeah. I like to have each jersey from the team with the alternates and all that. So I figured, come on, RJ. Come on, RJ. Good follow through by Robinson. Figured I'd put my own name on this one. I put the basement on the back on this one. I try to have them all, man, but after a while it gets ridiculous. The one the Knicks had, it had the basketball circle and it said the city. Now it's hard to find that one. So we got 11-11 right now. Randall had a humongous game against the Bucks, even though we lost by 20. Boy, what a bad night that was Monday. I wasn't feeling great. I wasn't up to doing I was going to do the Knicks because it was the in tournament. And I just figured the Rangers would handle the Senators. Not that the Senators are a bad team. They're a good team. I think they're having a slow start. Man, both teams, you couldn't even flip the channels. The Rangers were like down 3-2. I flipped to the Knicks. They start going down by 12. I go back to the Rangers. Oh, now it's 4-2. Back to the Knicks. Oh, they're down by 18. Back to the Rangers. Now they're down 5-2. I'm like, what? There was nothing to watch. Both teams were bad Monday. That was bad by both teams. That was bad. That was like, man, I couldn't even check. Every time I flipped the channel, the score was worse for both teams. So, I mean, the Rangers, you can't win them all. You know that, Bruin. Your Bruins are amazing, too. You can't win them all. And the Knicks, oh, come on, Randall. That's one thing with Randall I can't stand, man. People can go right up to him and just take the ball. They just take it from him. 19-13 Boston with 7:35 left in the first. Come on, Brunson, hit that. He missed. Terrible. The Knicks, if you missed it earlier, I said, boy, the Knicks are down 21-13 now. By the way, Boston is 9-0 at home this season. They haven't lost a home game yet. So this will be interesting, man. Brunson got fouled. Good on the shot. Bruin, yeah, they always go through a lot of jerseys. They sure do, man. They sure do. They go through a ton of jerseys. I'm not the hockey guy. I can't afford all these jerseys, man. I get what I can get, and that's why I figured I'd get one and just put the basement on the back, man. I got a couple jerseys of different teams that I put basement on, and Rock of the Basement got me that great Jets jersey. I don't know where she got it from. It's beautiful, man. I think you guys have seen me wear it when I was actually proud to wear something about the Jets. Well, not this year. Holy crap. What a freaking circle that's been. Come on, RJ. The Chenzo for 3, and he misses. This isn't good, man. Mick, we got to run the tipping comp right through to the grand final. Yeah, we do. Yep, we do. I agree, man. So what do you think, Mick? Think the Brisbane Lions got a good shot this season? Man, 90-86, man. They had it. They missed some opportunities in that game, and Charlie Cameron in the first quarter, he was shut down. He just was like he wasn't even playing, and losing Cameron even for a quarter, man. I mean, that would be the game plan. You're Collingwood or anybody else. Isn't the first guy you want to lock down on the Lions, isn't the first guy Cameron? That would be your main focus, is Cameron, to lock down. There's a couple of great players on the Lions, more than a couple. But I would think he's the guy that you would want to take out, get him out of the way, and keep him locked down. So I get it in the first quarter. He finally started to come around a little bit. But, man, that was a great grand final. What a first season for me. Bruin, can't believe San Jose won. What's up with San Jose? They beat Vancouver, Vancouver's like what, 13-4? They beat them. Then they beat Detroit, right? They beat Detroit. They beat the Capitals. They beat the Canucks and the Capitals back to back. Back to back, man. That's pretty impressive. Like, I was like, oh no. So when they played the Rangers, man, the Rangers had a 6-3 lead with roughly 6 minutes left in the third period, and we won 6-5. Like, we gave up 2 goals in 27 seconds. Like it's almost like the Rangers. It's like they just went like this when they were up 6-3. Oh, it's the Sharks. We got this. Yeah, we got this. Because they did a hockey version of the NFL's prevent defense when they went up 6-3. It was like goal, face off, pass, goal. 27 seconds. All of a sudden, it was 6-5 with like 4 minutes left. It was like, what? I couldn't believe I had to sweat that. That's what New York teams do to you. They won't handle the bad teams. The Knicks the night before made us fans sweat out that game against the Pistons, who had lost 15 in a row coming in. They made us sweat that out. And then the next night I have to watch the Rangers sweat out against the Sharks. Like, come on. Like, can't you just blow these teams out and treat them the way you should? But they're coming around, man. The Sharks, I was hoping they were going to beat their record of 92-93 of 11 wins. 11-71. I think we went over this last time. That's shameful. People are like, oh, they get paid a lot of money. I don't care. You don't want to be on a team that loses 71 out of 82 games, man. I don't care how much money you're getting paid. They're not thinking about that when you're getting embarrassed night after night after night. Oh. Gunner, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gunner's in the basement. How you doing, Johnny? What a much-needed win by Buffalo. Oh, my gosh, the Sabres are another team, man. That's just blowing my mind. Like, what's going on with them? They'll come around, man. It's a weird start. It's like Edmonton Oilers, who are by and large were a Stanley Cup favorite, and they might just be. I think they're 7-3 in their last 10. They were the disappointment of the season for a little while there, the Oilers. The Sabres I expected to be better than they are right now, and I still think they'll be okay. Tage Thompson was hurt, right? So I think they'll be better than, that was a huge win. And speaking of Buffalo needing wins, Gunner, how about paying Kansas City back this Sunday? Huh? Low 50. Yeah, it's weird, Mick. We got 58 degrees today. 58. Then it's going to be 50-something tomorrow. We got 63 on Sunday. This is weird. And then we go right back to the low 40s after that. What a weird streak. And you're 50 in Iowa right now is strange too, man. I told you I was a cross-country truck driver. I've been through Iowa plenty of times. I did Dodge City, Kansas. Did the meat plants there, the old slaughterhouses, but they're called meat plants now. So I guess that's the politically correct term, meat plants, not slaughterhouses. It's weird because they still smell the same. I would take those to the port in Los Angeles down there by Wilmington and these little towns down there, Wilmington, Signal Hill, and whatever else is down there. So I'd go to the port there. Come on, good rebound by Randall. We're only down by 2 points with 4:20 left in the first quarter. So anyway, and then I go up to Oakland, cross the Sierra Nevada mountains, through Nevada, straight over to Nebraska, Nevada, Wyoming, Nebraska, drop back down to Kansas City and repeat. So I've been around that area, and for it to even be in the low 50s at this time of year, I was always worried about. I mean, it was snowing in Colorado in September. The truck chain law is September 15th to May 15th to have chains in your truck for your tires. So the low 50s in Iowa right now is very odd. Jaylen Brown moving up and misses the lay-in. Jaylen Brown, wow, all right. Knicks only down by 4, quickly bringing it up. Quickly has been incredible off the bench, man. Randall's averaging 29 points in the last 5 games. Quickly for 3. 25-24, Boston. Up by 1. Again, Boston's undefeated at home. They're 9-0. This would be a huge win if the Knicks could pull this out. I know, Mick, is this really December? It's crazy. We're going to have 63 degrees here on Sunday, but it's going to be pouring rain. And then tomorrow's going to be 50. I know, I had Rocco, the basement mascot. I had him outside. The only reason you guys don't see him down here is Rocco has really bad arthritis, really bad. His hind leg is from the back of his rib cage to his hind legs it's twisted. It's a little twisted now, so it's very hard for him to walk. He's on medications. He stays upstairs because he barks. He gets in his modes where he remember how he used to bark before? Now he barks a lot because he's in a lot of pain. He's 13 years old now. So he's hanging in there. His organs, everything else is good, but that arthritis, it's horrible. It's hard to see him like that. It's really horrible. That's the sad part of having dogs when they get old. And now it's really starting to affect them. So that's why you guys haven't seen him down here. He hangs out with Rock upstairs. He just chills out. He's on his meds now. He'll go to sleep soon, and he's all right, though. I mean, Rocco's a fighter. He's still hanging in there. Gunnar, I hope you all enjoyed the picture of that dusting. I saw that. Bruin, I think it might be them trying their hardest to beat that record. Oh, you got to believe it, man. You don't want that record. Oh, 11 wins and 71 losses. Holy crap. Gunner, a few inches of snow overnight is just a dusting. Of course. Of course. Fred, welcome into the basement, Fred. Welcome into the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button. Keep it moving. Bruin, sorry. Yeah, Bruin, it sucks, man. Remember how he would bark before in here occasionally? It's not like that anymore. He doesn't lay comfortably. He lays and then he stands up and then he'll lay down here and then he stands up. And when he walks, he kind of has like, his backside is kind of like that. So when he walks, it sucks. Because we already know, well, you guys, Max was already passed away before I started this, but his brother was 15. 15, Max. He rode on the truck with me quite a bit. So yeah, Rocco, it kind of sucks. But if I'm down here, he'll just be barking the entire time. So he just can't interrupt it that much. But one day I'll have him down here and I'll just hold him up so he can say what's up to everybody. But he's hanging in. Yeah, they're family. They're part of the family, so it sucks. Anyway, I didn't even bother watching the game last night. The NFL this season, there's a lot of teams that just don't, besides mine, that just aren't exciting. The Eagles-Cowboys, I'll watch that. I'll watch that game. I'm only watching big games now. And I'm not even watching the Jets anymore. For those that missed that, I haven't watched them since they lost to the Raiders. I haven't watched them since they lost to the Raiders. I watched – no, that's a lie. I watched up until 9-0 versus the Buffalo Bills. When we were down 9-0, I said that's too much of a deficit for the Jets to overcome, 9 points. 3-0's a problem, but 9-0, you could forget it. I turned it on. Tony Romo even said that. He even said it on the air when the Jets were down 9-0. He said, if you're a Jet fan, he said, I'm not even making fun of Jet fans. I'm saying realistically, you got to be worried if you're a Jet fan being down 9-0 in the first quarter. And he was right. I'm like, you know what? You're right, Tony. I'm not going to watch this. I ended up watching Hell's Kitchen with Rock. I watched a couple of episodes of Hell's Kitchen instead of watching the Jets. I'm not even kidding. It was more exciting. Here comes in Quentin Grimes coming off the bench. Now, this guy here is great on defense. He's his game. He's got to get his shot back. His shot has been off. He only had one shot against the Bucks. So, yeah, watching Gordon Ramsay yelling at those chefs competing was far more entertaining than the Jets' offense of handoff to Brees up the middle. 1st and 10, handoff to Brees for a loss of 2. And this is not a shot against Brees. It's just that everybody and their mother knows he's getting the ball. 2nd down, get sacked. 3rd down, multiple things can happen. None of which will be a first down, by the way, or a touchdown. Fumble, interception, or pick 6. Take it, either one. Interception or a pick 6, either one. Get the first down, but have a false start or holding or a drop pass. So that negates the first down theory right there. Then we punt the ball. So it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 20, punt. That's usually what we do. So watching Hell's Kitchen was far more exciting. Grimes with a 3 right off the bat. Good for you, man. He needed that. 30-30, minute 45 left in the first. Grimes needed that 3, man. He's been off. And I love that the team has backed him on it, too. Good rebound by Hartenstein. Quickly bringing it up. Lakers and Kings are doing good this season. Yes, they are. And Mick, the Rangers play the Kings tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Well, Eastern time, 7 o'clock for us. Should be doing that game. Rangers, Kings, and the Rangers are going to wear their new alternate jersey. It's Bruin's favorite because they have the big logo on the front. And that's what Bruin likes. Big Rangers logos on fronts of jerseys. So they'll be wearing that tomorrow. So this should be good, man. Rangers Kings, that's a huge game, and that is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And let me see if I'm lying to you. Let me look. Let me make sure. But I'm pretty sure I'm very sure that that's the time. The Rangers are playing at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, but it's not against the Kings. It's against the Capitals. What a diehard fan I am. Why did that happen? We're in the basement. That's why that happened. I know the Rangers are playing the Kings soon. Let's see. Rangers Capitals tomorrow. Where am I? Oh, yeah, there. What's tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's the 9th. I thought tomorrow was the 10th. Sunday at 7 o'clock, we're playing the Kings. See, I wasn't that far off. I knew we were playing the Kings soon. I thought tomorrow was the 10th. So, all right, we're playing the Capitals tomorrow, and then we're playing the Kings on Sunday. I'll do the Kings Sunday too, man. I'll make sure to do that, Mick. The only way I won't do it is if I don't do it. Mr. 3, get that rebound. Get that rebound. It's 32-31 Knicks, 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Good start to the game. Mister, get the rebound. We are not getting any boards, man. Mitchell Robinson's not out there. That's why. Oh, good. Foul on the Celtics, so we're getting the ball back. Mick, your Jets are like my Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah, that's really bad. Nobody wants to be associated with the Jets. Now, the Patriots have been bad, too. Not as bad as the Jets on offense, but they've been bad. I know they won yesterday, but the previous 3 games, they had their defense, like ours, busts their butt every week just to watch the offense go out and do nothing. They had 3 weeks in a row of 10 points or less and lost all 3 games. How do you do that? The Jets do stuff like that. That hasn't happened since the 30s. And I'm not talking smack against the Patriots. Why? Because my team is worse. Our offense is worse. Oh, it did count. Wow, he got that layup in at the buzzer. Tony, Aussie representative, Aussie dweller in the basement. What's going on, Tony? Good to see you in here, man. Good to see you in here, man. Thanks for the support. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Got 9 people in here, 4 likes. Gunnar, whose offense is worse, Pittsburgh under Trubisky or New York with Wilson? You see, it's funny, man. Zach missed the last 2 games, and the Jets' offense got worse. It's not. I got to say, man, it's not all on Zach. For all the people that wanted to say it was all Zach Wilson, well, he's been out the last 2 weeks, and the Jets' offense was worse. Their offensive line is horrendous, and Nathaniel Hackett cannot call plays. That's really what it is. Because last year, Zach Wilson was very immature. This year, he's shown flashes. But he has no time. His awareness, I don't like his awareness. If you wanted me to say something about Zach, his awareness and his time with the ball is not very good. But to blame the quarterback alone, the Jets can't do that this year. Can't do it. They got worse. Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian were worse than Zach. So that offensive line, the backups to the backups are playing. We have an atrocious line. It's mainly practice squad guys or backups that weren't very good to begin with. Nobody has any time to throw the ball, and the play calling is just horrible. And when we actually do complete plays, they get called back or drop passes, like I just said, or false starts. Or it's just awful. It's awful. So I would say that I'd have to say the Jets are worse, Gunnar. I would have to say the Jets are worse. They're worse. They're worse. And they're worse by a lot. Do I think that Wilson would have a better career than Trubisky? If Wilson was under somebody different coaching-wise, he might be completely different. I don't think he's as bad anymore as everybody thinks he is. He has no line. Last year, he was very immature. There was just no excuses for him last year. This year, when they took him out, it just proved that it wasn't all him. It is a tough question, though, Bruin. Very tough. Now, what's funny is the media gives the Patriots such a pass. They don't talk about how horrendous their offense is, and they still say Bill Belichick's the GOAT, so they have to protect that whole narrative. We know he's not. To me personally, you can argue he's the GOAT. You can argue it. But since Brady's been gone, I'll throw out there that Joe Gibbs won the Super Bowl with 3 different quarterbacks, and none of them were Hall of Famers. 3 different quarterbacks. Belichick can't even win a playoff game. He only made 1 playoff game since Brady's been gone, and the team has been getting worse and worse and worse. And he's the GM. So you can't even say, well, he's not getting the players. He's the GM. So you can say he's arguably the GOAT now. But people say, oh, no, he's hands down the GOAT. No, I don't think so. I don't think he's hands down the GOAT. I don't think he's hands down the GOAT. Mac Jones, okay. Matt Patricia, first of all, making the decision to have Matt Patricia as your offensive coordinator, it was an absolute joke. And Joe Judge helping you. Joe Judge was a disaster with the Giants. That was really bad that's on him. Then you bring back Bill O'Brien, who's showing the same thing Nathaniel Hackett showed, that they can't win without their superstar quarterbacks. Bill O'Brien was great on the Patriots when Tom Brady was there. Nathaniel Hackett is great when Aaron Rodgers is under center and he calls his own plays when he feels that Hackett's calling the wrong ones. So you got Brady and Rodgers covering for two offensive coordinators that really aren't that good. Bill O'Brien's obviously had a better career than Hackett's had. I mean, he was a winning head coach for the Texans, and he did run some decent offenses there. So I would take O'Brien over Hackett. I wouldn't even think twice about it, but it's just a point. But the Patriots get a pass. It's kind of like when people have mocked the Miami Dolphins for not beating any real teams. Now, I know the Cowboys just beat the Seahawks, but they really hadn't beaten any winning teams either, and they're treated as if they're going to the Super Bowl like every other year. But Miami, they're the ones that can't beat a winning team. It's weird how the media does these narratives that they have to stick by. It's crazy. Yep, Mick, I agree with you. Same feeling here. Feels like spring. 35-34, second quarter just underway. Boston up by 1. Good game so far. The Knicks have struggled against winning teams also. I think they're 2-8 or 3-8, something like that against winning teams. So they have to find their to think they could have had Halliburton instead of Obi Toppin is sickening. Come on, RJ. RJ lays it in, 37-36 Boston. Grady, another Aussie representative in the basement, another cellar dweller accounted for. What's going on? Grady now on the flip side. Look at Grady and his Detroit Lions. He's very happy as a Detroit Lions fan. Good for you, Grady. I'm glad your Lions are doing great. I'm actually pulling for them, man. To be a Lions fan is tougher than any other fan of any team, whether it's the Jets, the Browns, the Bills, right? With our histories. The Lions, hold on a second. Come on, quickly. Come on, make a move. Good pass into Hartenstein. He missed. He gets the follow through. In the Super Bowl era, the Detroit Lions have one playoff win. One playoff win. You're a diehard Lions fan. You have got more patience than a Jet fan, a Browns fan, a Bills fan. You guys, I mean, one playoff win in the Super Bowl era. They won some championships before the Super Bowl era. Super Bowl 1 through now, one playoff win. A diehard Lions fan gets all the respect in the world, and the hit that Barrett corner 3. He missed it. Anyway, Mick, hey, the men's soaps are on right now. SmackDown. Listen, wrestling, yeah, they're predetermined finishes. The moves aren't fake. It's no different than like reality TV or movies. People watch all those. All of that is fake. Or they talk about action in these movies, and they act like the fights and the shooting. It's like, oh, did you see that? This guy did that. But wrestling gets crapped on by some people, even though it's a multi-billion-dollar sport. They get crapped on for being fake. But where do the billions of other dollars go into? Movies. I mean, people act like Bruce Lee really beat up Chuck Norris in that movie like that was real. Like, I mean, there's things that are just funny. Wrestling's. I haven't kept up with wrestling. I'm about 6 weeks behind. I've had too much going on, but I'll get back into that. But calling it men's soap opera is kind of funny, Mick. I like that name. Oh, he almost stole it quickly. Come on. Good block. Come on, that was a block. Tony, hey, Green Bay Packers are playing well with Love coming good. Isn't that funny? The Packers are doing better without Rodgers than the Jets are. And who is supposed to be the more powerhouse team? The Jets. And the Packers are doing better than the Jets are without Aaron Rodgers. Isn't that funny? First match, Escobar versus Dragon Lee. Oh, that's a good match, Mick. You are watching it. That's awesome, Mick. Yeah, I know, man. I got to get caught up. I have a lot of them recorded. I got to get caught. That happens. Some year, you know what, Nick? And there's been a lot of changes. You know, I could watch wrestling for 7 straight months, and very little has changed. When I miss every year, I always miss a little bit of time with wrestling. I have to get caught up again. It's big 3 by quickly. Tied the game up 44 apiece. 8-12 left in the second quarter. What's funny is the time that I miss, it seems like all the changes are being made when I miss. But when I watch 7-8 months straight, maybe one belt changed, maybe one. But man, I'll tell you what, I miss some time, and everybody's like, man, you know what you're missing? And I'm like, how is that? When I miss time is when all this stuff happens. Crazy. Gunner, Brady won 4 playoff games in the Super Bowl without Bill. Very good. Bill has made the playoffs once without Tom, not including his years with the Giants. Right. I think if you want to argue Bill Belichick is the greatest defensive coach of all time, I'll go with that all day. The guy's defensive mind is amazing. But to call him the greatest coach of all time, a hard time with that. Remember when Mac Jones in his first year, when Patriot fans and the media were saying, oh, you could see this guy getting 2 or 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. You could see it. Where's that talk now? They want him out of there. They want Mac out of there as bad as when the Jets wanted Wilson gone or anybody else gone, right? I mean, they want Mac Jones gone. Wasn't that long ago they were calling him, oh, man, he might be the next Brady. Remember that? Isn't that funny? Gunner, Brady won. I know. So it's 100% true. I don't hate Belichick. I just think it's funny how the media sticks to that. Well, that's why the Patriots offense doesn't get ripped on. 3 weeks in a row, that defense held teams to 10 points or less and lost all 3. That is shameful. That's shameful. But do they get ripped on it like the Jets would? Nope. Well, because they got to make sure Belichick gets protected. Hey, you got to protect that. Listen, the guy, I mean, some people say, hey, he had the GOAT of defense with Lawrence Taylor at the Giants, and then he had the GOAT of offense with Brady. The defense-wise, the man definitely knows his defense. I don't know. I would take him as my defensive coordinator over anybody. But I wouldn't call – again, Joe Gibbs won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks. None of them were a Hall of Famer. None of them. Theismann, Doug Williams, and Mark Rippon. Now, Doug Williams should probably be in the Hall of Fame. Joe Theismann might have gone to the Hall of Fame had he not had his career ended by Lawrence Taylor when his shin was snapped in a game. Mark Rippon was never, ever thought to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Medication, another OG dweller in the basement. What's up, Medication? Facts, yes, good stuff. Adam, welcome in the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, like button. Are you going to show the game? Of course not, man. There's copyright, man. Adam, I'm not showing the game. Can't show the game. There's copyrights, man. This thing will be shut down. I hear you. I wish I could show the game, but I can't. Bruin, shout out to the Lions fans. Definitely. 1 playoff win in their Super Bowl era. That's tough. There's no fan of any other horrendous joke of a team. Jets, Browns, Bills. No offense, Bills. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've had more heartaches than everything else. Those guys have 1 playoff win. That's we're sitting as kings compared to them. There's the ultimate basement squad cellar dweller. She and I, by the way, are going to start doing basement squad videos again. It's been a long, long time. We're going to start doing some videos again. Basement squad, we're going to start doing that again. Yes, that is true. True stuff. Gunner, how you doing tonight? Dez. Bruin, what's up, Dez? Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, we're going to start doing it. And Mick said, what's up? You know, she's an adult. So when she comes home, and then we just kind of let it slide. We kind of let it slip. We've had a lot going on. And we just it kind of got out of sight, out of mind, but we're going to start doing some basement squad videos again. I'm looking forward to it. Be a lot of fun. Wow, Des, good to see you in here. Des, don't forget to hit the like button. Come on. Help your dad out. So anyway, that's where I am with that, but it's just funny to me. There's just a lot of narratives that the sports media holds on to, and if it goes – like, look how the media, you Bills Mafia, look how the media has turned on Josh Allen just a little bit. Because a few years ago, they were crowning him as this – And he was the media darling for a while, was he not? 48-47 Knicks, 6:30 left in the first half. This has been a great game. The Knicks are really hanging in there, and they're hitting quality three-pointers, missing some, but they're hanging in there, man. So they learned their lesson Monday night against the Bucks. You cannot score three-pointers. Somehow still had 74 points in the first half, but you can't maintain a game like that in today's era, just not hitting threes and trying to keep up, and that's why they lost by 22 points, I believe. So anyway, they stick with the narratives. They're like they turn it on Josh Allen. All of a sudden, now they're calling him the turnover guy, or hey, man, if he doesn't throw 2 to 3 picks, maybe they'll beat the Chiefs. So they're starting to turn on him because he didn't fulfill what they said he should fulfill by now, right? Joe Burrow, right, wrong, or indifferent, the guy's been injured. He doesn't win something in the next couple of years, you watch the media is going to start to turn on him too. You watch. It happens. It happens. I mean, hey, man, they a lot of the media trashed the Knicks for going after Brunson when he left the Mavericks. They trashed it. Oh, here go the Knicks throwing money at a guy that'll never make it in New York, a guy that's going to be a failure in Manhattan, a guy that can't carry the team. You miss out on Donovan Mitchell, so you got to throw all this money at a player that's not going to make it in New York. Jalen Brunson is destroying it in New York, destroying it. And all those guys are eating their words. So it's funny. You can have the opposite ends of it, too. Gunnar, it's great having your dad back in the basement. Yep, it is, man. Thanks, Gunnar. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Escobar won. Okay, I like Escobar, Mick. Guy's got some moves, man. Guy's got some moves. Remember when he was going to wrestle, I think it was Theory, right? Didn't Rey Mysterio beat Theory for the United States Championship, if I remember correctly? And I'll always love Rey Mysterio, Mick. Rey Mysterio is just a legend, an absolute legend. And they should have kept Edge. What is Edge doing over in AEW, man? Seeing Edge over there is weird. I'm not a big AEW fan, but seeing Edge over there is weird. And I think Sheamus is about to go over there too. Tony, Des, you enjoying the Aussie music? What's up, guys? Yeah, Dad's back in the basement. Basement mentality, basement squad. Yeah, we're bringing back the squad. Going to bring back the squad and do some of that music again. Yep. Come Aussie guys like Flip, Flex, Wayback, Bond, Dave. Where are? Yeah, right. Where are they? I don't know where they are. You know, it's not. And Tony, it's not like I'm on every night like I used to be. I just can't. I can't do every night like I used to. But I know the Rangers play tomorrow night. The Knicks play Monday again. Monday's December 11th. Let me see my calendar over there. Monday's December 11th, so they're on Monday. So the Rangers are tomorrow, the Rangers are Sunday, and the Knicks are Monday. I'll try to get 2 out of those 3. Now, since they're playing the Kings on Sunday, Mick, I'll really try to make that one of the 2 out of the 3. That's going to be a big game anyway. Well, the Rangers got a big game against Capitals tomorrow, too. Capital, and then the Knicks play the Raptors on Monday. So, yeah, where are those guys? Our Rangers and Bruins are tied for best in the Eastern Conference with 37 points apiece. You guys are 17-5-3. We're 18-5-1. Capitals are 12-8-3. They're 10 points behind us. And then the Kings are 16-4-3. They got 35 points. They're the number 1 team in the West. Well, point-wise, they're tied with the Canucks for number 1 team in the West. Excuse me. I had to scroll. I wasn't fully scrolled up. The Knights are the number 1 team in the West with 39 points. Wow. It's going to be a lot of fun. One second. Let me check this out here a second. Let's see what's up. Knicks lead by 4, just under 6 minutes left. 51-47 Knicks. Porzingis is on. Oh, he's got to dump it off. Robinson is just D'ing him up. I'll tell you what, if Mitchell Robinson had a shot, man, he'd be one of the top. He is a top center when it comes to rebounds and defense. But man, if he had a shot, If he had a shot, forget it. Forget it. If he had a shot, that'd be incredible. I like him, man. I like him a lot. But for today's game, he's more of a center for the 80s or the 90s. White for three, corner three. So now it's 51-50. Yeah, Flex, way back, Bond, and Dave. I don't know where they are. They're usually in here. Lou said he might stop by, guys. Lou might stop by to chat tonight. I was texting with him earlier. He said he might drop in. He's at work. But he might drop in. Bruins are going to take back the number one spot. I cannot wait for the playoffs, Bruin. I cannot wait for the Rangers-Boston matchup in the playoffs. That will be epic. I feel way more confident this season with the Rangers with Peter Laviolette behind the bench, Bruin, than I did with – I like Gerard Gallant. I do. I think Gerard Gallant's a great coach. I think he deserves to be in the league. I can't believe he doesn't have a job right now. He was 53 games above 500 in 2 seasons with the Rangers. Chris Drury did the right thing in firing him. We went over this the other day, but it's right. He did the right thing by firing him. He wasn't the coach to bring us to that next level. Look at the difference with Laviolette with basically the same team. There's a difference between excellent coach and phenomenal coach. And Laviolette is one of the top phenomenal coaches in the game. You know it's true. And look at the difference in the Rangers. So I'm way more excited about this year because I know the in-game transitions, the in-game coaching, and the line changes in-game. This guy will do way better than Gallant, who lived and died by that kid line. So we'll see, man. Green for three. Oh, come on. You can't. He just stood wide open. Porzingis was wide open. Brunson for three. Answering back. Didn't get it. Boy, this is a good game. Boston's up by 1. Hart just fouled Porzingis pretty hard, too. Mick, my Lakers are playing the Pacers in the midseason comp. I know. Listen, I'm not a Laker fan, Mick, but I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a huge LeBron fan, so I'm going for the Lakers. And, Mick, we just saw my son and I were in Philly, and we went to the Sixers Lakers game. That was a bad game for the Lakers. Bad. AD looked soft. They got destroyed by the Sixers. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying we were at that game. I posted it. We were at that game. But LeBron dunked it right in front of us. He went up, and we were like sitting right there in the low section 100, 115, around there. He brought the house down in front of us. Boom! And it was like, oh, it was exciting. We just expected to see that all night. But, man, the Sixers and, Embiid was chewing Anthony Davis. And then Tyrese Maxey is just – to see him live, wow. I knew he was good, but, man, he was breaking a lot of ankles out there. A lot of ankles out there that night. To say I was at LeBron's worst loss of his entire career. I think they lost by 44 points that night. And I hate to say that I was at his worst. I wore my Cleveland Cavs LeBron jersey, though. I have a 2007. That Cleveland, the one that had the big C and the Cleveland across. I have that one because that LeBron should go to the Hall as a Cavalier. I won't get a Lakers or a Miami Heat one. That's the one I know him as, and I keep it at Cavs. Brunson inbounding to Mitchell Robinson and Randall. Don't, dude. He wants to shoot a three, but he's D'd up hard. Come on, Randall, give up the ball. Give up the ball. That was terrible. I like Randall, but man, you just standing there. He wants to take a contested three. White is right in his face. So he holds the ball and holds it. And now the shot clock's running down. He only has Mitchell Robinson to pass it to, who's not near the bucket. Just really bad, but the Knicks got the ball back, and RJ just got fouled. Thankfully, we didn't pay for that. But Randall, his ball handling skills are horrendous. Trust me. Without Randall, we wouldn't have been making the playoffs. I am not a Randall hater, but there are some things I don't like. RJ from three is a 77%, 77% from the three. And as I say that, he missed the first one. Hey, by the way, Tony, Manav, it's raining here today, so all cricket matches have been called off. Ever hear from Bond and the flooding and the rain and all that? I assume he's all right. Was he ever in the I haven't been in the Discord in a few days. Tatum for three, and he hit it. Oh, Bond is in the – I'm looking at it now. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Great picks. Wow. It's been raining there a lot lately, huh? Brunson. Boston's up 62-58, 2:55 left in the first half. This has been a really good game. Really good game. So, yeah, the Pacers are no pushover, Mick. They just beat the Bucks and they beat the Celtics. They beat the Celtics and the Bucks. And that's the top two teams in the East. The Pacers have really stepped up again. Halliburton. The Knicks chose Obi Toppin instead of Halliburton. Boy, the Knicks had Halliburton on this team. Oh, please. Lockport, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Lockport's in the basement. What is up, Lockport? What's going on, man? What's happening? Good to see you in here, dude. Mick is watching SmackDown right now. Are you watching SmackDown? Mick, as you know, Lockport is another huge wrestling fan. He's another huge wrestling fan. And Lockport, Mick said Escobar won. He beat Dragon Lee. I like Escobar, man. The guy's got some good moves, man. I really like him. So, yeah, what's been good, Lockport? What's up with the Bills, man? They're going to beat the Chiefs on Sunday? Love it, Lockport. I love it. 1,000% love it. And I just knew the Yankees weren't going to get him. How about Verdugo, man? Verdugo's another great pickup. Verdugo is another huge pickup. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Alex Verdugo and Juan Soto. Think about it. You got in that batting order, you almost have to put Anthony Rizzo. Like, can you imagine having a batting order where Anthony Rizzo might be batting like fifth or sixth? I mean, this is an amazing. And now the Yankees are huge going in on Yoshimoto. They're like all in on that guy. Is this like, did George Steinbrenner, did the boss come back to life and start running the team again? Because they're making moves as if he were alive. These are George Steinbrenner power moves right now. These are power moves. Cassis from the Red Sox, Cassis said he was praying, some of him and his teammates were praying after the Yankees got Verdugo that they wouldn't get Soto also. Soto in Yankee Stadium? Forget it. Oh, I love it, Lockport. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it, man. Tony, he's just over an hour drive from me, and the bad flood area is over 2 hours away, so I think Bond would be fine with the rain. That's good. I just saw him, and he posted a lot of pictures in the Discord if you go over and check that out. Truba, OG dweller in the basement. What's up, Truba? Got a good game here right now. Boston's up 62-58. Mitchell Robinson's going to the line. He's 23% from the line. Although I can testify that I saw Mitchell Robinson hit 2 free throws in a row. I saw it happen right here. I saw it happen. It's true. I'd never seen him hit 2 in a row before. I saw it last week, and I was very excited about it. But 62-58, 2:55 left in the second. I want to see if he hits this. I like Mitchell Robinson. Oh, he missed them both. Truba, how do you like Soto? How do you like Verdugo? How do you like the fact that we're actually have a solid chance of getting Yoshimoto? Tatum for 3. He was fouled. Come on. This is where the Knicks fall apart, man. They're hanging there with the Celtics right now, but you can't start giving up. Tatum goes for 3. Bad foul by Mitchell Robinson. Come on, man. It was after he shot it. Oh, little ticky-tacky call. Another man's soap opera watcher. That's right. That's right, Mick. Lockport's a huge wrestling fan. Truba, I don't think Shaq ever did it. No, he didn't. He didn't. I love Mitchell Robinson. The guy is great on the boards. He's great for the alley-oops. He's a great defender. Like I said, in today's basketball, because he can't shoot, people are like, oh, well, he's not that good of a center. Not true. Ask the top centers in the game what it's like to play against Mitchell Robinson. And he gave Wembanyama, he gave him his real welcome to the NBA moment. Wemby did nothing against Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein for that matter. Nothing. That was his first bad game in the NBA when he came to the Garden, and he got shut down. The Knicks just had the ball stolen. Here we go. The Knicks always have these little spurts, like when they're tied in the game or have a point lead, they start doing dumb things. Corner 3 from Barrett. Boom, we needed that. 66-61 Boston, 2:15. Bruin, can't wait to see the Yankees next season. I know. I don't think we should see any more 10-18s, right? No more 10-18s. No more months like the 10-18. Truba loved it. Yeah, you got to eat Stanton's contract. I think they owe him $96 million. Just eat it. Just eat it. The dude batted what, 191 last year? I know he was hurt, and all this whole. He's a waste of space, and for Cashman. For Cashman to talk about him the way he did, I just expect him to get injured again and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you knew that coming in when you signed him, though. And it was wrong for him to do that. But you knew that coming in, that he had injury issues. So that's Cashman. He's saying it as if you didn't know that, as if this isn't your fault. Great. The guy can hit home runs when we're already up 9-0 or we're down 9-0. In non-pressure moments, he comes through. So one of my friends texted me who's not a Yankee fan. He said, you know what you guys are going to do with Soto? You're gonna be down by a run. Soto will get a hit, get on first base, and get it going in the ninth, and then Stanton will hit into a double play. I had to laugh because you know what? There's a lot of truth to that. I hope, yeah, it's just crazy. They need to get rid of him for sure. I love both deals. Getting Verdugo from the Red Sox is great. And you know what else makes it great? Verdugo was part of that horrendous trade when they traded Mookie Betts to the Dodgers. Mookie Betts. You got back Alex Verdugo, who's the only one that ended up playing. I know, and Connor Wong, the catcher, is now just starting to play. Jeter Downs is way gone. He's on the Nationals, I believe. Verdugo's gone. You traded away Mookie Betts for these 3 guys? Verdugo's decent. You know, Wong, you don't know what you're going to get out of him as a catcher, but he's average at best. And Jeter Downs is already gone. Like, this is what you traded Mookie Betts? 5-tool player, great in the game. Are you kidding me? So this is why the Red Sox, they win World Series here or there, but they don't know how to build dynasties. They don't know how to build them. They don't. They had their run from 04, 07, and 13, but they don't know how to win. They don't know how to build dynasties. You got rid of Bogarts. You got rid of Betts. Give me a break. Who cares about them anyway? They're going to be in last place again. I was hoping they were going to get rid of Rafael Devers last year. The Yankees could have gotten him. I'd take Rafael Devers on my team in a minute. Make him our third baseman. He turns doubles into singles and forces outs into double plays. Right. And strikes out when you don't need him to. And he's horrible. I mean, oh my gosh. Every pitcher can throw a slider that starts in the middle of the plate, middle to the left of the plate, and go right. And he can go 2 feet off the plate and he'll swing at it. He'll swing at it. It can be 2 feet off the plate and he'll swing at it. Bruin better not be any more 10-18s. It better not be, man. There better not be any more 10-18s. Horrible. Those were the nights I was hoping you guys were going to dip off and say, Johnny, I can't stand it anymore. I was hoping everybody would leave the chat so I wouldn't feel bad turning the game off. It was that bad. But that's when we have trivia, and that's when we do all the fun stuff, too. That's when we do all the fun stuff. That's funny, man. That's funny. That 10-8, oh, my gosh. So anyway, they're making the big bang right now. At least they're going out. You would think the boss was alive. If we land Yoshimoto, watch out. Hey, you see Luis? I might be way behind on saying this. I'm sure you guys do know. Luis Severino went to the Mets. Luis Severino's, I mean, I wish him the best. I never hated Severino. I know he gets injured a lot, but he's done. He's done. I wish him the best. If he has a great 1 year with the Mets or whatever it is, I wish him the best. I don't have any ill will toward Luis Severino, but I'm glad the Yankees finally cut ties with him. And Herman, see you later. He's gone too. He's gone too. I don't wish Severino any harm, but I'm glad the Yankees aren't relying on him anymore. So we land Yoshimoto, which they're meeting with him on Monday. The Yankees better come away with a deal done. We have the money to do it. We have the money. There's no reason not to do it. No reason not to do it. Gunnar, I need to try and come up with some new trivia questions. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing a lot of that, man. Definitely. Mick, are you enjoying the penthouse, Dave? Bag of Dave? Oh, Bag of Dave isn't here. Oh man. Dave, what's going on? Another Aussie representative, another cellar dweller representative in the basement. Some dwellers can't stick around for the game as I'm working. Bless you. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, Dave, man, what's up? Sorry, I went right. You know how it is. We're in the basement. I went right over you. Mick, I missed that too. Do you think Ohtani will sign with the Blue Jays? That'd be interesting because I thought he was going to be on the West Coast, to be honest with you, Mick. I thought he'd be on the West Coast. That's where I thought he wanted to stay. That'd be interesting because if the Blue Jays get Ohtani and the Yankees are loaded up too, I don't even see the Orioles being able to hang with that. The Rays always hang around. Like the Rays hang around with the lowest payroll. They hang around. And the Red Sox, they're just going to be in last again, and I love it. I love every minute of it. Yeah, true. There it is. Ohtani staying. I think he's staying on the West Coast also. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed with the Angels. He'll probably go to the Dodgers. You know, it's funny. Everybody's hating on the Yankees again for getting Soto and Verdugo. It's like, but the Dodgers, they somehow go under the hate radar. They're the ones that are signing everybody and their mother. Everybody. Where am I at here? Ultimate's back in. Ultimate in the basement. There's a big Bash League match today. I'll have to see a replay of it, Ultimate, but I have looked into it a little bit more, man. So that's good. Plus, you got Anthony in here. Ultimate, you see Anthony Manav. See Manav? He's another huge cricket fan. And Mick, Anthony, Manav, Bag of Dave. These are all your huge Ultimate. These are your huge cricket fans right there. I'm just learning, but they're your huge fans. Yeah, Trouba, Higgy, Shiak. I'm sad to see him go too, man. You know what Higgy was to me, Trouba? It was kind of like Luis Soho, man. They weren't the greatest hitters on the team, but they put in 110 all the time. I really liked Higgy, man. I'm sorry to see him go too. You know, when he comes back to Yankee Stadium on the visiting team, they're going to give him a standing ovation. They're going to, man. Higgy was a great Yankee. I've always liked him. So I'm sorry to see him go too, man. Really sorry to see him go. I agree with that, man. But it had to be done. It had to be done. Manav, happy holidays. Mick, yep. Next match, Bobby Lashley versus Karrion. I don't like Karrion Kross, Mick. I like Lashley. I like Bobby Lashley, the almighty. I like Lashley, man. I always have, man. I think he's great. I don't like Karrion Kross, man. He just doesn't bring anything to the table for me, Karrion Kross, right? He just doesn't bring anything to the table exciting to me. I hope Lashley wins that one, which I think he probably will. You're indoors. All right, good, Bagger. Mick, tonight is the start of the tournament for the United States Championship belt. Oh, good. All right, good. I'm recording it, Mick. I'm recording it, so. And I don't care if you tell me anything. You could update me because you'll just save me watching part of it. I'll still watch it anyway. I don't care. I'll just fast forward past the parts I don't want to see. That's the nice thing about recording wrestling. Some of it I can just fast forward and cut down some of the time because I like to get right to the matches. Some of the hoopla on the side I don't pay attention to. Gunnar, let's try this one. Who is the oldest NFL franchise? Do they still hold the name today? Because I would think the New York Giants. The Giants, the Packers. Oh, it's not the Packers. Oh, see, I'm behind. Bruin said the Packers too. Not the Packers. Cardinals? Cardinals. Forget how old they are. Okay, there you go. Manav, have a good night, Dwellers. Got to take my shower now. Love you guys. You too, Manav. Good seeing you back in here. This weekend, again, I got 2 Rangers games, and the Knicks are back on Monday. I should be doing 2 out of those 3. Should be doing 2 out of the 3. You guys will know when I pack when I show up. Truba, Packers. That's what I said too. But it's the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals. Wow. Bruin, I almost forgot. Yeah, no kidding. 1 second. Two minutes, guys. 2 minutes. The third quarter is about to start. 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. All right. Gunner. I'm going to leave off. Truba Packers. Yep, I read that. Ultimate. Anthony Local Cricket. You mean, okay, good, Ultimate, good. You found the cricket, guys. Bruin, I almost forgot. Guys, I got a question for you. Here's a good question. You ready? Who's the only rookie? Wait, let me get this right. Yeah. Who's the only rookie to hit for 30 home runs and steal 40 bases? There's only one rookie to ever do it. Hit 30 home runs and steal 40 bases. Who did it? The Packers are the oldest team never to change location or move. There you go. Founded in 1898. And the Cardinals were like St. Louis Cardinals, Phoenix Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, back to Phoenix Cardinals, back to Arizona Cardinals, right? So you had a Green Bay has never moved. Tony, Ultimate Local Cricket in the suburbs. That's why I have my son sitting next to me. Mick, I'm glad the Aussies men's won the World Cup. Can't watch cricket, zero interest. See you, gents, go Blues. Oh, the Carlton Blues. Yep, can't wait for the season to start, Dave. Ultimate is not Nazi. Doesn't know much about local cricket. Lockport, can't believe Trevor Lawrence is a game-time decision after the injury he had. Wild. I know. Isn't that crazy? Crazy stuff. Ricky Henderson, no, but good guess, man. That was a good guess, Bruin. That's a good guess. 30 home runs, 40 stolen bases in his rookie season. Who did it? Ricky Henderson is a great guess, man, but no. I meant to ask you you guys this question last time, and I forgot. Because someone asked me, and Ricky Henderson was one of my guesses, Bruin. It was one of mine. Vince Coleman was another. I don't want to give you – well, Vince Coleman obviously isn't him either because I thought of him too. But he never hit that many home runs, but he's a great base stealer. And it's not some ancient – I'll give you guys this much of a hint. It's not some ancient dude. This guy is way more recent. Way more recent. That's the most I'll tell you. Recent meaning it could have been 90s, 80s, 2000s. I mean, this guy isn't some ancient dude you've never heard of. Everybody's heard of this guy. True, I respect it, but it's not for me. That's all. Lockport, Acuna Jr., no. Nope. Good guess, though. I didn't even think of him. Good guess. Truba, any guesses? Gunner, where are you at, man? Any guesses? Tony, Ultimate, every cricket ground on Saturday is played on except rainy days. I got to tell you, I have a whole new respect for bowlers, though. I have a whole new respect for bowlers, man, after watching Shane Warne. Bowlers is tough. Bowlers is tough. Lou Talks, OG of OG, my partner Lou Talks in the basement. What is up, Lou? Lou, I just threw the question out there, Lou. Who's the only rookie to hit 30 home runs, steal 40 bases? Who did it? 40 homers and 70 stolen bases. Who did that? 30 home runs, 40 stolen bases in his rookie season. Only one rookie's done it. Lockport, oh, shoot, you said rookie. My bad. Ichiro, new guess. Not Ichiro. That's a good guess, too, though. And thank you, Lou. Thank you for blessing me. Drawing blanks here. Lunicorn, the Lunicorn is in the building. It's in the basement. Pete Alonso, great guess, but Pete never stole 40 bases that I know of. Good guess, though, Mick. Man, Pete Alonso should be a Met for life. He is the Mets' Aaron Judge. That dude can smack the ball. Pete Alonso, I like Pete Alonso, man. Now, the Mets are my second favorite team. He's a guy. I have a couple of Mets jerseys, but they're Darryl Strawberry. I have a Jacob deGrom Mets jersey. I'm going to hold on to that one. Bruin. GB. Wow, ultimate. In Indy, you guys play even when it rains? I mean, we play baseball some games when it rains a little bit, but not if it's pouring. Start of the third quarter, the Celtics are up 74-67. Very tight game, third quarter underway. GB, another Aussie representative in the basement, another cellar dweller in the basement. G'day, Johnny Rock and the Dungeonettes. G'day to all the skippies. Just watched our Warren spin video and enjoyed it. I love 2 home runs from that scoreboard at the Adelaide Oval. I know that scoreboard in the background really threw me off, man. It threw me off. It was like 9 innings. And you guys know I don't know a whole lot about cricket, but I was impressed. I told you in that video, I was impressed by Shane Warne. I have a different outlook on the bowlers, man. GB, love this chat room. We all learned something about other sports. That's great, man. I'm glad to do. Trouba nailed it. Trouba nailed it. It was Mike Trout in 2012. Hit 30 home runs, 40 stolen bases. The only rookie to ever do it, and he did it in 2012. There you go. Trouba got it. Good stuff, Trouba. G'day, Bruin. Hope you're good, mate. Lockport, Barry Bonds. He was a base runner before he got huge. He was. Remember Barry Bonds? He was a hit for average base stealer with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He also made Bobby Bonilla's career and made him look way better than he really was because he batted right in front of Barry Bonds on the Pirates. And the Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla. What is it, Lou? July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day. Brunson for 3, and he missed it. Wide open 3. You think guys miss wide open 3s because they put too much thought into it? White just nailed a 3. The Knicks are down by 10. This is the thing with the Knicks. They can't keep up in the 3-point game. Had they gotten Halliburton, that would have been – I got to get off that, man. That really bothers me. I knew when they took Obi Toppin in 2020, I knew they missed out on a bigger star, and I just forgot who it was. And I was reminded, there you go, Vincenzo for 3, 77-70. Recently that it was Halliburton. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, that guy's tearing up the league. And Obi's on the Pacers now. White for 3, and he missed. Bruin. Yeah, never mind. Right. Trouba already got it. He nailed it. Mike Trout. Yep. Lou, thank God for the Knicks and the Rangers. Yeah, Bobby B. Bobby Bonilla Day. Every July 1st. That's when the Rangers. That's when the Mets pay Bonilla another is it 1.5 million, Lou? Or is it 1 million even? Whatever the case, they got to pay him that from like 2011 all the way through 2035, I think. Imagine that every year you're getting a guaranteed $1 million just to be off the team, just so he could get off the team way back when. Oh, come on. Brunson just missed another 3, man. This is the problem. We're down 79-70. Yeah, you're right, Lou. Thank the Lord for the Knicks and the Rangers. You're not kidding. They have made us forget all about the Jets and the Giants. Truly, he's also one of 6 players that have a 940 OPS, 150 home runs, and 500 runs before they turn 25. Isn't that insane? Mike Trout is insane. I can't believe he's still on the Angels, man. Well, and the Angels had some teams. The Angels have had some teams to be able to go forth and do something, man. They've had some teams that could go forth and do something. Mike Trout's never been to the playoffs. Isn't that sick? Never been to the playoffs. Gunner, another easy one. Oldest NFL stadium still in use. Soldier Field? Soldier Field, it's got to be. It's not that I don't know. Soldier Field's got to be. Lou, they are in the top 10 in three-point percentage. I know. We can't keep up. That's the problem the Knicks have. The Knicks have a solid team, but the reason why we don't do well against the top teams Barrett just missed a layup, but he was heavily contested. The reason we don't beat the top teams, we can't keep up with the three-pointers. The Milwaukee Bucks on Tuesday, the Knicks had 74 points, I believe, at half. It was 73, 74, something like that. At half. That's a lot. And they only had 3 3-pointers. They're hitting a lot of layups, a lot of great basketball, a lot of old-school basketball play. But you can't, and they were down by like 4. But you can't keep going through a whole game like that against a team that can hit. I mean, Damian Lillard next to Steph Curry was just Brunson with the lay-in. Beautiful. Down by 9 again. Next to Steph, Dame Lillard can hit threes like nobody's business anywhere on the court. I mean, heavily contested. Whoop, 3. Whoop, 3. Whoop, 3. I mean, it's insane. So once that starts happening, then the Knicks start going down by 5, then 8, then 12. But we'll beat up on the Hornets. Don't send the Charlotte Hornets our way, or we'll beat them up. We have a hard time with teams with winning records, and that's why we're missing that guy. We're missing that shooter. Missing that one guy that could put us in the running and help us in those areas. It's not Soldier Field. Then probably Lambeau. Not Lambeau. It has to be Soldier Field. Oh, okay, there you go. Soldier Field is correct. Open at 9. See, I get behind. I get all like, what? And it was already answered. Wow, look at that, man. Truba, look at that. Mel Ott, Jimmy Fox, Mickey Mantle, Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, and Juan Newest Yankee Soto. Incredible. Evil Empire is back. The Evil Empire is back. And the Red Sox fans are hating it. You know what's funny to me about the Red Sox fans? Now, look, they always go, oh, you guys here you are trying to buy a championship again. Here you are just buying players. Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Josh Beckett, Pedro Martinez. These guys all came up through the Red Sox farm system, right? I mean, they didn't go out and buy any players themselves, did they? They didn't buy any championships, did they? Those 4 guys alone, right? They all came up through the system. Jason Varitek came up through the system, right? They're singing the blues because Chaim Bloom came in and wrecked their team with that retarded Mookie Betts trade. Now, I know Red Sox fans, and they've admitted that Mookie Betts trade sickens them to this day. Sickens them. Alex Verdugo, Connor Wong, and Jeter Downs. Verdugo and Jeter Downs are gone, and Connor Wong, I think they just started using like around August or September of last year. That's what you got back for Mookie Betts. What? I mean, wow. That takes me back to when the Mets gave up Lenny Dykstra and Roger McDowell for Juan Samuel. Anybody that's old enough to remember that one, that was a really, really bad baseball trade. Lenny Dykstra and Roger McDowell for Juan Samuel. And Juan Samuel came to the Mets, and he even said, I'm not staying here after this year. He didn't even want to be there. He didn't want to be there. I mean, there's worse trades than that, but that was one of the first ones that came to mind. That was horrendous. I remember that trade. It was really bad. I remember when the Yankees traded away Jay Buhner, he made us pay every time we played the Mariners. He made us pay. The Mariners had a hell of a batting order. And they had Tino Martinez, Edgar Martinez, Joey Cora, Alex Rodriguez, Jay Buhner, Ken Griffey. Jay Buhner was like the one guy that would crush us on that team. I'm telling you. Lockport, indeed it is, Lunicorn. Indeed it is. Yes, we are back. And we're going after Yoshimoto on Monday. And Brian Cat, they better come back away with Yoshimoto. Hal Steinbrenner George Steinbrenner must have gotten in his son's body and said, get this team back. All right, RJ hit another 3, 83-75. Boston, 7:45 left in the third quarter. Yep, Pedro is a Montreal Expo. That's right. So was Randy Johnson. So was Greg Maddux, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines. Remember these teams, the Montreal Expos? Truly, you want to see something? By the way, that's what I say back to Red Sox fans when they say the Yankees buy championship. Dude, your championship teams had all bought players. Like Chris Sale, you came up through the Red Sox system? Chris Sale did? Give me a break. How about that one? There he is, Pedro, Montreal Expos, right there. That's a good one. Isn't that great? That's Pedro. Montreal Expos had some players. Lou, your guy has the money. Spend it. That's right. Your guy has the money. He brought in Lindor. And if he did go after Verlander and Max Scherzer, I mean, the guy's made moves. He's going after Yoshimoto, too. He's going after him also. Lockport, imagine Ohtani in the Bronx. He'd have 60 homers every year with 314 and he doesn't want to play in New York. He don't want to play on the East Coast at all. He wants to stay on the West Coast. I think, Brian, the Celtics are starting to pull away. It's 92-79. I mean, it's not insurmountable, but when you can't hit threes, bad pass, Vincenzo. That was bad. Tatum brings it down 94-79. It's starting to get ugly. 15-point Boston lead. It's starting to get ugly. All right, Ultimate. Told you if you come back, you'd find cricket fans in the chat. Good, Ultimate. I'm glad to see you doing that. Lou, they better after the Yanks making power moves. Yeah, making power moves. That's right. Steve Cohen came in, Uncle Steve, as you always call him. He came in and made power moves. He did. He made a lot of power moves, Lou, when he first came in. I'm sure he'll still do it, and he's a Met fan. I told you, I like the Mets. You guys know them. The Mets are my second favorite team. I like them. I go for them. I have Darryl Strawberry, classic jersey, and his practice and the batting jersey. I like the Mets. I like that pullover Mets jersey with the orange and the blue stripes down the side. It's nice. But I'd like to see them do so. I like David Wright. David Wright was a great Met. I was hoping they had won a ring over the Royals back in 2014, I think that was. Truman, Nolan Ryan for Jim. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Nolan Ryan. Oh. And Truba, I'll throw in there, too. Obviously, this guy was not Nolan Ryan, but he was pretty big for the era. Remember Mike Scott? Mike Scott was a Met. They got rid of him, too. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Wow. Truba. Nolan Ryan. That's one to be the worst trades for Jim Fregosi in history. That is bad. Mookie Betts is the modern day. You can't find one in recent memory that's worse than that. Verdugo, Jeter, Downs. And Verdugo's good. He's a good player. But that was the best one that came out of it. And those three for Betts. And now they're left with Connor Wong. He's the only one left from that trade. The only one. They gave Betts away. Chain Bloom came in and wrecked the whole team and left. You think about it, the Red Sox could have had a dynasty right now. They still, from when they won in 2018, you got rid of Bogarts, you got rid of Betts. I mean, insanity, man. Insanity there. They could have had it. They could have had it. Not in last. Screw them. Who cares? Let them stay in last. Lou, didn't they have John Olerud? The Expos? I think they did. I think John Olerud was an Expo. Was he? Oh, yeah, they had Vladimir Guerrero. Yep. Guerrero, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines. Oh, they had a squad, man. Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, Pedro. These are all players that not all at the same time, but they all have played there. Or out of their farm system. Lou, Ohtani don't want that pressure. To be fair, you got to say Mike Trout doesn't either, right? Mike Trout, there's opportunities for him to get off the Angels and play on a more pressure area. It's a lot of pressure going to the Yankees, the Mets, the Philadelphia, Boston. It's a lot of pressure. The Knicks are getting rolled right now. It's 96-79. They are getting rolled. Rolled. It's basketball. Of course, these scores can change very fast, but the Knicks, now you're trying to keep up with a Celtic team that can hit threes. They're in their house. They're 9-0 at home. Only Denver Nuggets is the only other undefeated team at home. Only two of them, the Celtics and the Nuggets. The Knicks are a shooter or two away from being on the level of the Bucks and the Celtics in the East. Knicks are fine when you play in the middle of the pack. The Heat, the middle of the pack, down. The Knicks are fine. You get in these upper echelon teams, the Knicks have problems because they get exposed for the shooters they don't have. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. Mick, hey, Johnny, have you heard the Angels version of ZZ Top classic LaGrange? It sounds just – does it really? That's a classic. That's a classic. I love ZZ Top. ZZ Top has some of the greatest songs. Tube Snake Boogie. Tube Snake Boogie is one of the best – it's hilarious, man. The song, the beat, everything. That was one of my favorite ZZ Top songs. Oh, man. Lockport, hadn't realized Higgy has been with the Yanks for 15 years. Oh, yeah. Higgy is a Yankee, man. He was one of my favorite Yankees because the guy's been there forever. Now, I think he spent a lot of that time in the minor leagues. I think Brett Gardner was technically the longest tenured Yankee. Trouba was Brett Gardner there technically before Higgy? That's a good question. Did Brett Gardner come there before Higgy? Because I thought I think Higgy spent a few years in AAA before he came to in the minors before he came to the Yankees. But is he technically there longer than Brett Gardner? I think Brett Gardner. I know he is now. I'm talking about up until Brett retired. So let me catch myself. But you know what I'm talking about in that time frame. I don't know if Brett was signed before him or not. Brunson with a power move, 99-81. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Knicks got him to do something and do something fast. Mick, Mets are my baseball. Yeah, I like the Mets. I have no problem. The Mets, second favorite. Giants are my second favorite. Tampa Bay Lightning is my other second favorite. I hate the Islanders, and because I lived in Tampa for, 11, 12 years, I went to a lot of Lightning games, a lot of them, and I ended up liking them. And that's back 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. The Lightning, Stamkos had just come around. Hedman had just come around. Dwayne Rollison, remember him? Dwayne Rollison was one of their goalies. Ben Bishop was another goalie they had. Nitamaki, Mike Smith, Paul Ranger. This guy Paul Ranger was on the team. Like they weren't that good when I was going to those games. And just recently we visited Tampa, and I went to the Lightning Sharks game this year in October. I was at the Lightning Shark game in Tampa, and the Lightning beat them 6-0. I'll never go for the Islanders. And speaking of bad trades, how about the Islanders giving up a young Zdeno Chara? Mike Milbury trades away Zdeno Chara for who? Alexei Yashin. Alexei Yashin was like the Bobby Bonilla for the Islanders. Like, I think they're still paying him. I think they might still be paying him. I'm about to look that up. But that's the Zdeno Chara. You got rid of Chara. And then the Islanders sign him back in his last year before he retires. That's kind of like the Knicks going after Friedrich Weiss instead of Ron Artest. And then you sign Ron Artest, when he's way beyond his prime, and then we sign him at the end of his career. The Jets passed on Art Monk. They signed him way at the end of his career. I mean, it's like a New York thing forever. Lou, Old Root started in Seattle, right? Okay. You got me on that one. Hart misses the three. Robinson on a rebound. Brunson, kicks it out to Hart again. Randall has three guys on him. There's got to be somebody open, Julius. Pass it. And there's three guys on. No, he's going to shoot it anyway. Look at this guy. Kicks it out to Brunson for three. And he missed it. Brunson has missed like 3 or 4 threes, and it's hard to hate on him. He's not having a good game from beyond. Johnny, check the GOAT of cricket. Virat Kohli. I hope I said that right. I'm writing that down. I am going to check it out. You guys, there's a lot of cricket fans in the chat, so I have to give respect to Tony and now Ultimate and Bag of Dave and Bon and Wayback and Manav. So I truly try to give everybody the respect of looking into you guys' sports. Come on, quickly. We're down 99-81. 4 minutes left in the third. Virat, what's his name? Kohli. I will look it up. It's a promise. All right, where are we at? GB, there's only one GOAT of cricket, Ultimate Gaming, Sir Donald Bradman, daylight second. I'm going to write him down too. Sounds like there's a debate coming up. Is it Virat or is it Donald Bradman? Go at it, guys. All right, let's see. Trouba, Gardner spent 14 years with the Yankees, not including his minor league stint. Right, so he is the longest. He was the longer tenured one. 2005 Gardner. Yeah, I thought it was close, but I thought Gardner had the nod there. Thanks, Lou. GB, Tony, hope you're good. Hawks legend, Bruin. Haven't heard Rollison's name in a while. Dwayne Rollison, yes. He was one of the goalies for the Lightning when I was down there. They had to rotate. They could not get their hands on a good goalie. Mike Smith wasn't good. Nitamaki was even worse. Mike Smith turned out to be okay. Long journeyman goalie. I know he almost got the Coyotes of all teams to the actual Stanley Cup. So he did have decent runs in his career. Ben Bishop was older when they had him. Dan Ellis. There was another guy named Dan Ellis. So, yeah, I went to a lot of Lightning games, man, and they have a great atmosphere there. I got to admit, they have a great atmosphere. They treat the fans amazing. Jeff Vinnick, the owner, absolutely incredible what he does for the city and for that Amalie Arena. Just a great – I mean, it's a fun family atmosphere, fan-friendly. I love – anytime we go to visit any family or people we know in Tampa, I'm going to a – I try to line it up when the Lightning are home. I'm going to a Lightning game. Like, that's how much fun it is. Gardner had 18 years with the organization. All right, there you go. Yep. So I was right. I wasn't sure, but I said I think that's who it was. So I won't say I was totally sure, but whatever the case, we're good. Charlotte Flair versus Osaka. Oh, boy. Charlotte Flair has been around forever. Here we go, GB. I know, sir, Don Bradman, he is the GOAT of his time, but now it's Virat Kohli. This sounds like a Jordan LeBron debate. Montana Brady. Here we go. Hartenstein kicking it out to Hart. Corner three. You have to hit it, and he did. Knicks now within 17. Boy, they're getting crushed. 103-86. Brunson 0 for 5 on threes. Yeah, Lockport. He said, Tatum for three from top of the key, and of course he hit it. We're going to get killed this game. I kind of knew it coming in, but I haven't been on all week, so I figured I'd come on. Monday I did want to come on, like I told you guys. The Rangers were on, the Knicks were on, and both of them were begging the fans to do something else. Boy, that was bad flipping the channel. I said it earlier. The Rangers were down 3-2. I go to the Knicks. They're down by 10. Go back to the Rangers. Now they're down 4-2. Go back to the Knicks. Now they're down by 15. Go back to the Rangers. Now they're losing 5-2. Go back to the Knicks. They're down by 21. Go back to the Rangers. They lost 6-2. Go back to the Knicks. They lost by 22. What a night for the New York fan Monday was. Tony, GB Hawthorne will be all right next season. I think so. They were coming around at the end there, as we discussed. They beat Collingwood. They beat Brisbane. You guys said they'd be an up-and-coming team, and they definitely turned it on the second half of the season. Tony, come on, guys. Everybody knows the GOAT at the moment is Glenn Maxwell. Johnny, you need to check him out. All right, look. I got Virat, Glenn Maxwell. Check him out, too. Somebody said Sir David somebody. Tell me, who was it? Sir David what? I can't look through the chat. Sir David. Give me a last name on Sir David. Somebody, because that was the other name. Where are we at? Lou, what about the trade of Tom Seaver? There you go. Seaver for Pat Zachary. I wouldn't have even known that. Awful. Again, Lou, that's another Mets. Your Mets. Making bizarre trades, man. Glenn Mack, I will. Dwayne got the Oilers to the finals in 06. Yes, he did. He did get to the Oilers to the finals. Dwayne Rolison was good. Then he played for the Islanders, the Lightning. Rolison was around for a little while, man. He was a decent goalie, journeyman goalie. He was definitely decent. Tatum just gets denied by Hartenstein. Knicks are down by 20. Oh, wait, check that. Hold on. The Celtics have the ball. We're about to go down by more, I'm sure. And yeah, true, but I'm tired of the Knicks being irrelevant forever, but at least they've become relevant. But I think what the Knicks need to do is what the Rangers did. Get the right veterans in there, get the right players in there, fire Thibodeau, and get the right coach in there that can coach this team to the next level. He did, thanks for getting us to the playoffs. Thanks for bringing the Knicks at least from the horrible bottom to middle of the pack. Thibodeau's done a good job at that, but we've gone as far as we're going to go with him. It's time to move on to another coach, next level. They got to be like Chris Drury, who said, Gerard Gallant, you're 53 games above 500. Thank you for your services. You're a great coach. You should land a job anywhere, but you're not the coach to make the proper in-game changes and to get us to the next level. Have a great day. Peter Laviolette, come on in. That's what the Knicks need to do. Get the coach, the right coach in there to coach this team and get the right players. We're a shooter or two away from competing with this upper echelon team. Here's another missed three by the Knicks. They can't compete with teams like this for this reason. They cannot compete. Randall for three. Thankfully, he hit it. We're down 106-92. We're down by 14 points with 50 seconds left in the third. Sir Don Bradman. What did I say? Sir David? All right. Sir Don Bradman. Thank you. I said I need the last name. Apparently, I needed the whole name. I only got Sir right. You know why that happened. We're in the basement. That's why that happened. Can't get any lower than the basement. Lou, you took me to my first, New York Rangers versus Tampa game. I'll never forget that. Remember that, Lou? That was a great night, man. I took Lou to his first Rangers game. You guys know Lou's down in Tampa. Took him to his first Ranger Tampa game. That was a lot of fun, Lou. Yep, and Lou has been a fan ever since. He's getting great with the hockey. By the way, Lou, can you wear your Rangers jersey now? Guys, there's nothing worse than living in Florida and being a hockey fan. It's very hard to wear a hockey jersey in Florida. You got to find like one day. Lou, have you been able to wear the Rangers jersey? You finally got a Ranger jersey, and living in Tampa, it's hard to wear that jersey. It's too hot. Tony, I knew that Coley and Maxwell play in the team. Oh, I don't know enough to comment on that. Thanks, Tony, for the Bradman. Hey, Brad, another Aussie representative, another cellar dweller accounted for in the basement. Johnny, it's Brad. I hope you've been well, mate. Glad to be on while you're live. I've missed you. Brad, you haven't missed much. I just came back last week. I haven't been on in a few months. Just got a lot going on personally and with my health and other stuff, man. So I'm back on. I'll be on here and there throughout the week. I can't do all the games like I used to, but you'll see me on at least 2 to 3 times a week. As best I can, Brad. But great seeing you in here, man. Don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate it. Mick, Bradman didn't play one day. Oh, you guys are all – I don't know enough about cricket yet. Hopefully I will soon, like I do with footy. Johnny, I'm going to Royal Rumble. See that, Mick? Lockport. Lou is going to the Royal Rumble in January. I just saw Lou in October. Lou, you told me that in October. That is so awesome, man. I'm jealous, man. That's Royal Rumble is what sets off the whole new storylines for the year, man. That is awesome, man. Lou, you got to send pics, man. You got to send pics. Maybe I'll do live stream the game, the Rumble. Maybe I'll do that live and you pop in, man, from that. That would be great. Tony, Ultimate in Australia lost first 2 games, thinking we were out. Brad, yeah, Brad is back. That is awesome, man. Good to see people popping back in. Lou, you took me on my birthday to the Rangers Tampa game. I'll never forget that. Yep. That was a good time, man. It's always fun taking people to their first hockey game because it is. I tell people it's so much different than watching it on TV. You go to a live hockey game is 100% different than watching it on TV. 100% different. It's night and day different. I know people that only want to watch hockey live. They don't even want to watch it on TV. They want to watch it live because they like it better when it's live. Guys saying, what's up? Doing good. I'm great. Everybody's great. Good. Also team good. So I got Sir Don Bradman, Virat Kohli. I hope I'm saying his name right because I do chop names up. And Glenn Maxwell. I'll be looking these guys up. Come on, Knicks. Let's go. We're down by 14 right now. Porzingis lost the ball. Now, is that on us or them? Oh, no. Quickly hit it out. Bruin hockey is definitely better live. I mean, for the casual fan, average, like us diehards, I can watch it on TV, but I would definitely love it better live. NBA, love watching it on TV. Love it way better live. When my son and I went to the Lakers-Sixers game, man, that was incredible. We just did that a couple weeks ago. What a great time. And seeing it live. You know what's funny? When you're at the game, it's like you just get there and the game's over. The time seems to blow right by when you're at the game, does it not? It's insane. The time blows right by. It's just crazy. Isn't that true? It's crazy. Oh, it's because of Glenn Maxwell. That's good to hear, mate. Yeah, I'm well. Good. Definitely will. Lou, have you been able to wear your Rangers jersey yet? You hadn't answered that. RJ, nice lay-in. So now we're down by 12. We've gotten it down from 20. Now we're down by 12. Come on, Knicks. Pull a miracle here and win. There you go. Oh, foul. Well, of course I'm going to be biased to say I thought that was clean. Wow. Trouba playing the game is even better so fast. Oh, man, playing the game. The most I did was play goalie. I was a decent skater. Decent, but not enough to go out there and play with the other guys. I played goalie. I was decent. Obviously, if I was great, you guys would be watching me on TV. Decent goalie. Decent. I was even better when no one shot it at me. I was great when no one shot it at me. Corner three. See, the Celtics have too many guys that can hit these three-pointers solidly. Like, Quickly is decent. DiVincenzo's decent. But we don't have that guy. Grimes, corner three. Boy, he airmailed it. Oh, that was horrible. Get that rebound. Good rebound by Josh Hart. Josh Hart, man, plays two guard and small forward. Quickly for three. He misses. Oh, this is bad, man. This is bad. 10 minutes left in the game. So Trouba, we got the Capitals tomorrow. We got the Kings on Sunday. Two big games coming up. I'm going to try to do them both. And we got the Knicks and Raptors on Monday. I'm trying to do the Capitals and the Kings. I'm trying to do both games. And by the way, where's Mutombo? Mutombo always asks me to do the Knick games. He's not here tonight. He wasn't here I don't think he was here on the last Knick game. And Big Bear, our Ranger guy, he missed the last Rangers game. Whatever happened to Rick the Ninja? I know because I've been gone a while. People might start showing up, here and there slowly. Rick the Ninja? Gardini. Oh, no, Gardini's shown up. I've seen him. Missing Rick the Ninja. Somebody else, too, man. Who else are we missing? Daniel, by the way, Bills King Mafia, he showed up earlier, so we got Daniel back. Andy. Remember Andy? He reached out to me, too. Andy. There's somebody else. There was another OG. Well, that somebody else is missing. No, Peso popped up. I'm going through everybody in my head here. Peso showed up the last stream I had. I don't know. Lockport. Lou, I'm so jealous. Oh, yeah, man. He's going to Royal Rumble. I'm jealous, too. Lou, didn't you just go to another wrestling? You went to Monday Night Raw? You went to something recently. See, Lou, Doughboy got you all back into wrestling now. Doughboy got you all back into wrestling now, right? Because you were out of it. And then you get caught up. Now you get right back in it. Ultimate. Oh, you guys are all talking cricket. See, Ultimate, I told you there'd be cricket people in here, experienced cricket fans in here for you to talk to. Told you. Ultimate, I really hope you subscribe to this channel, by the way. Come on, Grimes was blocked. The Knicks are just sloppy now, man. This is sloppy. This is good. Anyway. GB, how are the Bruins looking this year? GB. I think Bruins probably already told you because I'm way behind, but him and my New York Rangers are tied for top teams in the Eastern Conference. We both have 37 points, and the Rangers beat the Bruins when we met the one time this year. We won. We won that one. It was a great game. The score doesn't reflect what the game was. The game was actually better than the 7-4 final. The game was tight for most of the game. Truba, I played all my life into my 50s. High level when young. Where's the time gone? I know, Truba. I'm in my 50s now, too. I don't even know how that happened. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I don't even know how did I get in my 50s? How did that happen? Grimes. There you go, lay-in. 114 to 101. We're down by 13 now. 13. I tell you, if we didn't miss all these threes, we'd be right back in the game. The problem is, other teams have when our couple of guys that can hit threes start missing. The Celtics, the Bucks, those teams, they have when their couple of guys start missing, they have 2 and 3 other guys that can come in and make up for that and hit those threes. We can't. We don't have those guys. Grimes for 3. Good. 1-6. We're down by 12. Bulldog, right? What's with Ovechkin? He has only 5. I know what's going on there. Is Father Time caught up to him, Truba? Has Wayne Gretzky put a spell on him? What's up with Ovechkin? I don't know. That's a great question, man. He only has 5 goals. His Father Time just caught up to him out of nowhere. You know what? There's no slow regression. It just happens. I don't know. That's a great question. How's Bulldog doing? Yeah, there's another guy, Bulldog. How's he doing, man? Raleigh popped in, Bruin. He's probably doing ninja stuff right now. I'm sure he'll be back. He probably doesn't know I'm back on. Man. He'll be back, I'm sure. Raleigh's been around. Raleigh popped in a couple of – usually he's here for the Knicks. Raleigh's a big Knicks fan, so he's usually here for these. So but no, he's been accounted for. Mr. Marine is the most important. Mr. Marine, since I've been back, I haven't heard from at all. At all. I'm hoping he's okay. We all know of his health problems. He's had a lot of heart issues, been in and out of the hospital a lot. Last time I was on during the Yankees in the summer. I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him at all. So I hope he's all right. Florida State. What do you guys think of Florida State? Florida State was right. I'm not a college football fan. I don't know anything about college football. Nothing. Zero. I don't know anything about college football. I never got into it. I never got into college football. I'll watch the bowl games, but I don't even know who's on what. I just don't. I never get. But it's funny, but people can't believe that I've never gotten into college football, but I haven't. Maybe that's why I don't like the draft. I think the draft is like watching paint dry. I can't. The draft is boring to me. I've never gotten into the draft of any sport. I just don't. To me, you get on the field. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. But to tell teams and people, oh man, they had a home run this draft, and they're going to be great here. This, that, we don't know. I think what goes on right now is so unfair because everybody expects everybody to be a legendary superstar right out the gate. CJ Stroud is killing it for the Texans, and other people saying that Bryce Young is already a bust. How is he already a bust? He's on a very bad team. What if CJ Stroud landed on the Panthers? Like, it's so unfair to expect these quarterbacks to be superstar legends right off the bat. They even have on some of these debate shows you watch on the big networks. Wembyana should already be starting to be put in the GOAT conversation. What? He should already be put in the GOAT conversation because they think that he'll be there one day, so let's just start talking about it now. These are 24-hour news channels that have, doesn't matter if it's politics, sports, whatever. They have to fill 24 hours. So now Wembyana should be in a GOAT conversation because they can foresee that down the road. Well, just a couple of years ago, Mac Jones was going to win a couple of Super Bowls with the Patriots. He was almost Rookie of the Year. Well, where are we now? Now they want all the fans, they want him gone. Want him out of here. The Knicks are down by 12 with 7:20 left in the game, and it feels a lot worse than 12 points. Oh, what happened? They're within 12 points, but I'm telling you, it feels like they should be down by 30. Something happened here, and I don't know what happened. Hold on, guys. Someone just got Jaylen Brown, I think, just got ejected. Hold on. You got to see what happened. So, yeah, I'm talking about Mac Jones. Who cares about him? Let me see what happened. But it's just a point. Hold on. There must have been a bad technical for him to get kicked out of the game. All right, quickly goes up. He's arguing with the ref about a foul. Oh, he got a technical, but what happened? I don't know. He must have said something bad to the ref because I didn't see anything all that bad on the court. He didn't do anything that bad to quickly. But anyway, he got ejected from the game. Trouba in my 60. Oh, hey, you can have it all day, Trouba. You can have it. I'm not there yet. I got a little ways to go, but I do have some grades. You might be able to see some. But I'm not there yet, brother. You can have that. Bruin, I think time is starting to catch up to Ovechkin. Yeah, I think so. And it happens quickly. Oh, Brown's coming back on the court. Who's he trying to fight? Man, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to watch this for a second because every time I turn away, then something happens. And I know I rewinded it. All right, they kicked him out of the game. He's off the court. Now he's coming back on the court. He's yelling at, it looks like the ref. He's not yelling at quickly. He's not yelling at a player. He's yelling at the ref. Man, I'm going to have to watch a news segment. I'm going to have to watch later on. He's definitely ejected. I don't know. I thought there was like a fight ready to start. It looked like he was just arguing with the ref. Monday Night Raw, he has gotten me. Yeah, he's gotten you back. I knew it was. Lou, Doughboy said, yeah, tell Doughboy I said, what is up? What's up, Doughboy? Good seeing him when I was down there in October with you guys, man. Good seeing Doughboy then, man. Keep it up, Doughboy. Keep it up. You looked great, man. Keep it up. Bruins have been in a bit of a slump, GB. That's expected, though, right? I mean, the Rangers just got lost to the Senators 6-2. We looked terrible in that game. Terrible. Flat. Awful. And that was the third game in a row. The Rangers, the other team scored first. And eventually that's going to catch up to you. We gave up 2 goals right away again, like we did against the Predators. We came back in that one. How many times can you keep giving up 2 goals to start the game and keep coming back? And they did come back. The Senators are like, not today, and they just took off. They took off from us. We're going to be rocking the NWO shirts. Wow. New World Order shirts. Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. Oh, wow. That's good stuff, Lou. Ultimate, Johnny, I've subscribed since you posted cricket vids. Is there any Discord of yours? I can send you links and videos to react. I'll drop it in here, man. I'll drop it in here, Ultimate. You got plenty of cricket fans in there, man. I'll drop it in there, Ultimate. You got it, man. You got it. I will. Give me 1 second. I'll drop the link in there. Lockport, yes, sir, Lou. Too sweet. Yeah, I hope he's okay. You, Mr. Marine. I hope he is too. I always tell you guys, he was around like when I had like 10 subscribers, Mr. Marine. And I tell you this, guys, all the time because it's like he commented on my videos when my videos were horrible. I took a lot of those down. I thought they were good at the time, but they really weren't. I still have them. I'll show you guys some of them, some of my real early ones. I'll show you guys some of them one day, man. They're really bad. You can be like, wow, dude, you were horrible. I was. I was like too focused on the camera. I was like, because I was like, I looked the whole time. You just think you look like an idiot the whole time. And I was just tripping over my words. And just really, but it's funny. But Mr. Marine hung in there with me. He stayed loyal all the way through. He is the OG of OGs, Mr. Marine. And I love all the OGs, all my original guys that came in through time. Rick the Ninja was actually my first live. He actually hung in there with the Yankees and Royals July of 2022. What a weekend series to start doing live streams, right? I'm going to do the Yankees Royals. Like, who's going to care about that? Rick the Ninja cared about that. So it was kind of funny, man. But yeah, Mr. Marine was the OG of OGs, man. He really was. Is. So I'd love to see him back in here with the rest of us. Truba, remember when they said Iverson was going to be the GOAT? Oh, man, I do. Right. These are examples. Right. Exactly, man. Lou, paint dry. Oh, man, I can't watch the draft. That's just me. People can't believe, like, oh, you're such a fan. I cannot stand it. Oh, it's awful. And then you hear all this BS about all these guys that are going to be super great, right? Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell, Heath Schuler, Matt Leinart. Matt Leinert's going to be up there with Joe Montana and Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush had a decent career, but he didn't turn into another Marshall Faulk, which everybody said he was going to be. I mean, how can you say someone won the draft till anybody plays? And that's for any sport. Any sport. How can you say anybody won the draft until these guys actually amount to something? How come a lot of Hall of Famers, like Shannon Sharp, is arguably one of the greatest tight ends of all time? Well, he is one of the greatest tight ends, but you could argue he's the greatest tight end. Whatever, he's in the argument. He was a 7th round pick. 7th round pick. Mike Piazza was drafted like as a favor Tommy Lasorda did for his family. Mike Piazza. So you can't call these things. Tom Brady, we know about him. That's the obvious one. Now you look at Brock Purdy. He's Mr. Irrelevant. Last guy picked in the draft. It's just funny. You can't miss. These guys are can't miss. Trust me, the Jets have missed on plenty can't misses. Suck for Sam Darnold. Remember the Suck for Sam campaign? And I like Sam. I don't want to rip on him. And he walked into a very bad situation. The Knicks are down by 10 with 6:45. We pulled from 20 to 10. Raleigh, OG cellar dweller, accounted for another former Marine representing the basement. Raleigh's in the basement. What's up, man? Go Knicks. They're trying, Raleigh. They're trying. We were just down by 20. We're down by 10 now. Brunson's been a little off tonight. I don't even want to sound like I'm going to rip on Brunson at all because he does not deserve that. But he's 0 for 5 from three-point land unless he's hit something when I wasn't talking. But he hasn't had a really great night tonight. But like I said, you can't rip on Brunson because without him, where would this team be? Come on, quickly move the ball around. Shot clock running down. Quickly do something. There you go. Kick it out to Hart for 3. He hit it. He hit it. We're down by 7. We were just down by 20. We're on a 15-5 run in the last 4 minutes. 15-5 run. We got 5:30 left in the game. Everybody's saying, what's up? I'm going to try to catch up here a little bit, guys. Next month, I'll be turning 60, the day after Australia Day, the 26th here in the States. Australia Day is the 26th here? Okay, I'll remember that. Day after Christmas. Porzingis for 3. Missed it. Let's go, Brunson. Got it back. Tony, Johnny, I dropped the Discord highlights of the USA Dream Team versus Australia. Oh, I got to drop the Discord in here. Let me do that now because I just said it and I almost forgot. Knicks missed a 3, of course. Ultimate and anybody else that doesn't have the Discord. It's right there. I just dropped the link right at the bottom. There you go. There's the Discord. Johnny, I just read that. Thank you, Tony. I'll check it out. Hey, Mick, come over for your birthday. Come home for your birthday. Knicks missed again. See, we get within some points. We can't hit the threes that we need. Lou, I agree. It's where you land. Doesn't how talented you are. If you land on a bad team, you'll rot away. Now, Patrick Mahomes could have been drafted by the Jets. They took Jamal Adams instead. Now, little funny side note story here. The Jets didn't take Patrick Mahomes because Mike McCagnon, our GM at the time, said we already had our quarterback of the future. And who? None other than Christian Hackenberg, who never played one down for the Jets or anybody else he played for, which I think was only the Eagles. Never played it down. Never played it down. We took him in the second round. Christian Hackenberg, Penn State. It was terrible. He played in preseason games. That was it. So we didn't take Patrick Mahomes because Mike McCagnon said we already had our quarterback of the future, even though he hadn't even played yet. And so he took Jamal Adams, who was a great safety. I have nothing bad to say about Jamal Adams. When we traded him to the Seahawks, that turned into Garrett Wilson and Elijah Vera Tucker. All right, so you would definitely take those over him at the time, but that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I had another point, and it is out of here. Out of here. I had another point. It's gone. It's gone. Because we're in the basement, that's why it's gone. I was rolling. I forgot what I was going to say. I started looking at the game. We're down by 10 points. White is at the line for the Celtics. We come within 10. We come within 12. We come within 10. And then when we really have to get in there, we either foul or we can't hit a 3. It's the same story. I think Brock Purdy destroyed all drafts. Everybody passed on him every round. We're right. And, again, I mean, honestly, who thought, Josh Allen coming out of Wyoming, he'll never be good. I mean, he never played against anybody in Wyoming, right? It doesn't. How come Alabama? Here's my great point. How come Alabama, right? Alabama is like the team every year, right? They're the college team every year, yet none of their quarterbacks win in the NFL. Why? Do you know? Now, I know Jalen Hurts was technically part of Alabama, so you could technically get me on this. But the last real starter for Alabama that won a playoff game in the NFL, do you know when that was? 1982. Richard Todd won against the Raiders in the playoffs. The Raiders in LA. I believe they were LA Raiders then. They beat them in their house. That was the last true Alabama starter to win a playoff game. That's my point. Everybody gets hyped. Oh, Alabama, Alabama, Alabama. None of their quarterbacks are successful in the NFL. Why? Jalen Hurts is good. Tua's good now. Tua's really good. Listen, I'm just saying. It's the point that I try to make. Trent Richardson, remember, he was going to be a can't-miss running back. You said Trent Richardson, you're talking Jim Brown, Earl Campbell. This guy's going to be all over everybody. Ron Dane, another one. Ron Dane shattered Ricky Williams' records. Watch out for Ron Dane. Thunder and lightning on the Giants, right? What do these guys do? Yes, there's names that have done stuff. Barry Sanders, of course. There's players that have done stuff. I'm just saying. Walter Payton came out of Jackson State. Jackson State. Walter Payton, to me, is the best running back of all time. It's arguable. It's arguable with a couple of guys. Still saying, came out of Jackson State. Johnny should do a live T20 game from Australia. When I start to understand, like I start doing live footy games, I know enough now to do a live footy. I'd have to watch a couple games, Tony, on YouTube before I dare do that. Like I could do footy. I could do a footy game, and I might get some things wrong, but I'm confident with about 80% of what's going on. But it takes me a little while. I got to watch some of the games on YouTube and listen to the announcers and really click in on it. I have a brain for sports. My mind is on the sports. It takes me a minute in the beginning, but when I get into it and really pay attention, I'll be okay. Raleigh, I like the first round draft for NFL, but NBA draft is way easier to watch because it's only 2 rounds. Right. I don't watch any of it, Raleigh, but I hear you, man. Mick, no in January. Oh, Australia Day, 26th of January. Okay. For a minute, I'm like, what were you talking about? But I got you. Lockport, I agree with Lou. It definitely matters where you land. Brock wouldn't be doing this with the Jets. Right. What would Mahomes have? That was my point with Mahomes. What would he have done on that Adam Gase Jets team where like Brett Perriman was our number 1 receiver? We had nobody on that team. People are like, oh, Mahomes, you guys would have been in Super Bowls. I'm like, not with that team we had. We didn't even have a good defense then. We didn't have a good defense. So what would we have been? Truba, I'll have to ask for the 26th off. That's right. Hey, I'm starting to know footy, and I'm told I'm an honorary Aussie all the time, so maybe I should be able to get off. Oh, I'm already off already. Tony, no, Australia Day is the 26th of January, and Boxing Day is the 26th of December. Okay, I'm all caught up now, Tony. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of people telling me about the T20 World Cup happening in USA. I think it's happening in Austin, Texas, which I live nowhere near, but I do know where it is because I drove trucks. Worth considering. Truba, KC knew how good Mahomes was. They traded up to pick him. Right, and he sat behind Alex Smith for a year, and he ended up being great. Right, and he had Eric Bieniemy. So it is really a lot of where you land. And again, that's why I said Bill O'Brien and Nathaniel Hackett have one thing in common. They were coordinators for quarterbacks that didn't even need him to be the coordinator. Adam Gase was another one, Peyton Manning. It's like these guys, when you're calling a play they don't like, they're going to change it, and that's it. But when Bill O'Brien and Nathaniel Hackett don't have Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers out there, what are we looking at? Oh, now you guys got to work with a young quarterback. Mac Jones is already benched, so Bill O'Brien did him no favors. And, well, we already know the carousel of quarterbacks of the Jets and that whole organization. They're even worse. Nathaniel Hackett, so I would take Bill O'Brien over Nathaniel Hackett. I wouldn't even think twice about it. It's just a point. Knicks down by 11. Tatum airball to 3. Wow, you don't see that every day. Remember when the Jets traded up to pick Mark Sanchez? Remember that? I remember that. Remember that? And funny enough, Mark Sanchez, people make him out to be a total clown, which he wasn't. He's one of 2 Jets quarterbacks, drafted quarterbacks, to have winning records. 2. Now, like I think I told Pat Ryan was drafted. He wasn't a starter for the Jets. He was primarily a backup. He started in 1984, I think, when Ken O'Brien was hurt. He went through 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions, if I remember correctly, in 1984. 14 TDs to 14 picks. He was 11-8 as a starter. So technically, you could throw Pat Ryan in there, but he wasn't drafted to be the starter when they got him. So he backed up Richard Todd. He backed up Ken O'Brien. He's a decent backup. Anyway. Do you guys know who the other starting quarterback that the Jets drafted? It's only 2 winning quarterbacks the Jets ever drafted in their career. Mark Sanchez was 34-30, I believe, not including playoffs. Who was the other guy? It shouldn't be that hard. That really shouldn't be that hard. And this isn't somebody that's like 1-0 or 2-0. Double digits. Quarterbacks that had been there for a few years. Anybody know? It really isn't that hard if you think about it. Right, true, but Tua never won a playoff game, though. But Tua's really good. Tua's good. I'm just saying, Alabama is supposed to be the monsters, right? Mark Ingram was a decent running back, but he wasn't this monster coming out of college. Lockport, Chiefs traded down with the Bills for Mahomes. Bills later picked Trey White. Oh, boy. Wow. You know, it's funny when people talk about the Jets, well, they took Zach Wilson. It's like, all right, well, honestly, out of that draft, Trevor Lawrence really is the best by far. Zach, I think if you had him in a right situation, he's shown flashes. Obviously, it wasn't all him because Tim Boyle and Simeon were worse. Their offensive line is horrendous. We already went over this. And Nathaniel Hackett, we already went over this. Justin Fields, bad situation. He's another one. Justin Fields may be a different quarter. What if Justin Fields landed with Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay? What if he landed on one of those teams? What would he look like? Fields runs for his life. Mac Jones is supposed to be with the greatest coaching staff, right? Supposed to be. He's horrible. Horrible. And who was the other? Trey Lance. He didn't even play. But what would Mac Jones have been had 49ers taken him instead? What would Mac Jones be there? Might be a whole different guy. Where am I at? Truba Casey, I read that. Chiefs traded, read that. Tua, read that. Raleigh, I'd rather have Allen than Mahomes. I'm biased, obviously. Wow, you'd rather have Josh Allen. And I've nothing against Josh Allen than Mahomes. That's interesting. I like Josh Allen. I wouldn't take him over Mahomes, though. But I get you. You're being biased. I get it. Knicks down by 8 points with a minute left. They're not going to pull it out, but they did at least lose respectably, I guess, if you want to say that. Oh, now they're down by 10. Foster, Victor Cruz, Wayne Corbett, undrafted. There you go, Lou. Lou comes in strong with the undrafted. Great players. Victor Cruz, Foster, Wayne Corbett. How about, the Steelers linebacker. You know who I'm talking about. Great linebacker. Undrafted. Come on. Oh, he's right there. Come on. You guys know who I'm talking about. Come on. James Harrison. Another one. Another great player. Bruin, Pennington, you nailed it. Chad Pennington and Mark Sanchez are the only two drafted quarterbacks. Honorary mention to Pat Ryan, drafted in 1978. Honorary mention to Pat Ryan. But Chad Pennington, Mark Sanchez, the only two winning quarterbacks drafted by the Jets. Do you guys know? Let me think about that. Let me think about this next question. Hold on. True, the Chiefs had the 27th pick and traded up to number 10 to take him. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't watch the draft, so this is between you and who else said it? Bruin? Who said they traded down? Lockport? Okay. Truba says they traded up to get him, Lockport, so you must be wrong. I'm stirring the pot. Knicks down by 10 with 30 seconds left, and they're definitely going to lose. Ravish, welcome into the basement, man. Subscribe. Hit the bell notice and the like button. Ravish Singh, welcome in. I hope I said your first name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Welcome in. I like you're now appreciating cricket more, and Virat is the most famous cricketers in the world. He is third most followed athlete in the world. Now, Ravish, I'm glad you brought that up because somebody else in here told me, I got him right there. I'm going to look him up. I got Sir Don Bradman, Virat Kohli, and Glenn Maxwell. I'm told by other cricket fans in this chat that have told me these are the top three guys. Now they're debating on who's the top guy. So you're bringing in something, Mr. Singh, that's, that's two for Virat now, guys. That's two. Two for Virat. Two. He's the second person to come into the basement here and drop that name. Good. Lou, the Jets quarterback say, it's been sickening forever. Now, I like Ken O'Brien. Ken O'Brien was a really good quarterback. And what is he known for? Not being Dan Marino. Ken O'Brien was not a scrub. Ken O'Brien could play. Pull up YouTube Ken O'Brien highlights and watch that guy play, man. He could play. He just wasn't the guy. If Dan Marino was the quarterback for that New York Jets team with Wesley Walker and eventually Al Toon and Freeman McNeil and the parts of the Sack Exchange, that Jets would have had 2 Super Bowls at least. At least. That's why. But there's a whole lot of other teams that passed on Dan Marino. The Jets just had to pick right before the Dolphins, and they went with Ken O'Brien. Ken O'Brien was no scrub. Guys, he was no scrub. Ken O'Brien was a very good quarterback. Raleigh, man, cricket fans really love their sport. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you what, Raleigh, because of the support I get for this channel and how many great guys, everybody has their own sports, I look into them. I give the respect of the people that support this channel to look into their sports. It is a very well-followed sport, Raleigh, I've learned. Very big sport. Billions follow it. So, Truba, I'm with you, Johnny. I'd take Mahomes over Allen any day. Yeah, I mean, sorry, Raleigh, but Bills fans, Bills Mafia, I'm sorry. I'm taking Mahomes. I'm sorry. Josh Allen does a lot of good things, but I'm taking Mahomes. And I'll say that over anybody. I mean, who do you take over Mahomes in the NFL? So you guys have your big game. To me, the Bills, we went over this with McDermott. The Bills, that 13-second game, they should have had that game. Since then, is where I put this on McDermott, the coaching. We're talking about coaching that can't go to the next level. McDermott, just like I said with Tom Thibodeau with the Knicks. Thanks for getting us back to relevancy. Thanks for getting us back to like this middle of the pack so we're not horrible anymore. McDermott did that for the Bills too. Now it's time to get a coach to take your team to the next level. That's where you're at right now. You guys need a new head coach to get McDermott out of there, even though he signed an extension. Don't worry, the Jets fire and hire coaches all the time. They pay they'll have one head coach and they pay like 3 others that they fired in the last, whatever. Lude, yeah, I said that. I have a question. I just don't know if it's right or not. I'm not going to ask it. Next live stream I do this weekend, I will ask the question. I just got to make sure I'm right. I don't want to say something and then we're in the basement. Who cares? But I got to make sure I'm right on this one. Raleigh, Mahomes has played worse than Allen this year. Mahomes having a hard time this year. KC doesn't look as powerful as they did. And honestly, if the Eagles didn't make a couple of the Knicks lost, by the way, which we knew they were going to lose. They lost by 10. Now, they were down by 20 and 21. They really could have been embarrassed. At least they fought back. So let me wrap this up a little bit with a couple of these things, and then we're done. Ultimate, Raleigh, cricket is religion for us. I'm starting to see that, and I've done a couple of cricket videos on Shane Warne and a couple others, man. I'm getting a lot of views and a lot of comments and a lot of helpful comments, man. It's a huge, huge sport. Truba, Kurt Warner, undrafted free agent, played for the Iowa Barnstormers in the Arena Football League. Kurt Warner is a great one. Hall of Famer right there. Undrafted free agent. There you go, Truba. You nailed it. Kurt Warner. Bang. And who did he replace that got hurt? Trent Green. When Trent Green got hurt in a preseason game. Kurt Warner took over. That doesn't happen to New York teams. Our guys take over, and they're bad. They're just bad. That stuff doesn't happen to us. Lou, they could have had Trevor, but they couldn't even lose right. Yeah, the Jets don't lose right. We're 0-13 and then beat the Rams, who were like a good team. They're like, we beat them. And then we won again. I forget who we won again, but we made sure that we got 2 wins so the Jaguars would have 1. We don't even lose right. You're right, man. We would have beaten Super Bowl contenders to make sure. Typical New York team. Amen. Like I said, we chose Obi Toppin over Halliburton. It's sickening. It's sickening. Bills lost to the Jets. Mic drop. Boom! Truba coming in. Boom! Truba dropped the hammer. Truba. And they've lost to the Jets a couple of times. I do not agree, Truba. Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame offensive coach. Bills have Diggs, and that's it. Everyone else isn't. That's right. That's the Bills' problem right there, Raleigh. You nailed it. They have Josh Allen, and they have Stephon Diggs. They don't have – Gabe Davis is okay. Kincaid's jury's still out on him. He looks really good, but I'm just saying for the team ready to win now, that's what they have. And Josh Allen has to have everything on his shoulders. I just said it earlier. The Rangers, they saw Gerard Gallant. Hey, man, thanks for the memories. Thanks for the good stuff. Thanks for incredible regular seasons. But you can't go from the Eastern Conference Finals and lose the next year to the New Jersey Devils in the first round to a young, inexperienced team. Sorry. Have a nice day. Let's get a coach with our team that's ready to win now. Our veterans, Kreider, Panarin, Zibanejad, these guys aren't getting any younger. They're at the peak of their primes. We need a coach that gets us to the next level. Bills need – you got rid of Leslie Frazier. You got rid of Ken Dorsey. Well, McDermott, now it's on you. It's on you now, McDermott. He needs to go. They could pay him, bring in a coach that can get your team to the next level and get a couple other pieces in there. Now, the Bills have had some devastating injuries on defense, especially with Matt Milano going down. That was just huge. I get it. But they need a new coach, man, that can take them to the next level. Lou, best trade ever was Dallas trading Herschel Walker or draft day Ricky Williams. How about that? Ricky Williams. I know the Herschel Walker trade brought in Dallas's dynasty, right? Aikman and Irvin and then Emmitt Smith and everybody. Yep. Ricky Williams, I don't even know how the draft came out for that. Mr. Singh, I'm only calling you that because I want to make sure I'm not screwing up your first name, to be honest with you. So, Mr. Singh, 2020 World Cup is happening in USA next year. Some of the best players in the world will be there. Yes, I know. I believe it's in Austin, Texas. Some people have been leading that in there. Leaving it in the comments, man. So I'm going to look a little bit more into it. Indian Speedy, welcome into the basement. We're about to be done because the Knicks game is over, but we're about to be done. But subscribe, donuts, hit that like button. Indian Speedy, I like Virat too. Nobody can hit like he does. He has like 260 million followers on Instagram. Well, it looks like Virat Kohli, he's going to be the next guy I look into because apparently I'm hearing his name a lot now to where I might actually remember it without looking at what I wrote down. Mick, going to catch you all later. The men's soaps are over for today. I'm going to watch the replay of it, Mick. I'm going to watch the replay. Walker trade. Yeah, Herschel Walker trade was bad. It really was a historically bad trade. Indian Speedy, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like your video on Shane Warne. Thank you, man. What an incredible bowler. Indian Speedy, Mr. Singh, and the other cricket fans in here. I got to tell you something. I have a new respect for bowlers. If you guys watch my cricket versus baseball video, I knew nothing about bowlers then. I'm just letting you know that Shane Warne, I was amazing watching him. I can't believe the man is not here anymore and he's passed away. Very sad. Very sad. He was 52, right? Had a heart attack. Very sad. Very sad. So, listen, guys, I'll keep looking into it. Looks like Mr. Kohli is going to be the one that I'm going to be looking at next. And I'm going to end it on this. I'm going to end the basement tonight on this, guys. We'll be back again over the weekend, probably tomorrow for the Rangers and Capitals. Rangers and Kings on Sunday, and the Knicks come again on Monday. I'm not doing all three, but I'd really like to be back tomorrow night for the Rangers and Caps. Mr. Singh. A.B. DeVillers. All right. A.B. DeVillers is on the list. Mr. Singh, you're the last guy. He's called 360-degree player because he can hit all the ball all over the ground in all directions. He and Virat are the best partners. All right, guys, we're ending it on that. Sir Don Bradman, Virat Kohli, Glenn Maxwell, A.B. DeVillers. We're ending it there, guys. Game's over. Look for me this weekend. I should be on tomorrow night for the Capitals and the Rangers at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, all of you guys. All of you guys. Thank you for your support of the channel. Thank you because I'm back now. Everybody, we will see them hopefully tomorrow night. Rangers and Kings on Sunday. You guys hang in there with me. We'll see you guys soon. Subscribe, download this like button. I am out, guys. Good night. Everybody have a great night. Mick, I just saw your question. It is, I can never leave on that, right? Mick, I saw your question. It is, oh, come on. He won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. He's right on the top of my head. Oh, my gosh, man. You know what I'm talking about because you asked the question. And then he ended up coaching the Seahawks. I got the guy. You know who I'm talking about. I can't believe I can't think of him right now. You know, I know the guy, man. He coached the Raiders, Lyle Alzado, Ted Hendricks, Jim Plunkett won 2 Super Bowls. By the way, he's not in these He's not in the Hall of Fame either, Jim Plunkett. Won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. Drafted by the Patriots. Went to the Niners. Finally, he was another considered draft bust. Flores. Tom Flores, Mick. Tom Flores. Tom Flores. And now I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.